Gentlemen.
On the thunder throw, so shock and groan. Disobedience turned their
Good
hearts to stone.
morning.
Rejected the truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades' bone home. Both crackheads, no shelter in the night. Underworld gates, that eternal fright.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Only face facts could have saved their plight. Lightning crack, no way back.
Hey. Good morning. Good morning, Shay. G-Man. Hey. Kayla, good morning. Nadima, good morning. How are you? Otto, good morning. Last Prophet, good morning. Ursula Major. Let's go. Good morning, and don't worry, we'll take care of it. Don't worry, we're gonna lower those taxes. Alright, you know what we came to do, ladies and gentlemen. You have beef with Snuggie? Alright, G-Man, don't worry, we'll take good care of that as well. He knows that you don't play around, alright? Put him in a nice chokehold sleeper, right? Good morning. That's what we're gonna do to him. We're gonna address that as well. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna lower those taxes. Yes, we're gonna pay off so much debt. Yeah, we will. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Otto, thank you, user Chris. Good morning. Woo! All right, let's get this show started. You know exactly what we came to do, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, look at that. We hit our goal already. Wow, thank you all for joining. Yeah, we hit our goal. All right, there we go. All right. Hey, let's go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's getting too spicy. What in the earth happened? Hey, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't even coffee, alright. Wait a minute, what on earth is that? Let's go, I'm trying to get to know you while you're thinking that I'm asking. I like to get it poppin' cause I sounded super sonic. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we came to do. Woo! There we go, alright. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama and give it my all and follow through on what I promise. And even if I fail, at least I was honest. Alright, there we go. Alright, well, welcome. Let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. W. Ange in the chat. What's going on, Motive Mics? We are, let's get started, all right? For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. Nothing's ever changed. Nothing's changing. The first H is because I'm honest. The second H is because I'm humble. And the last and final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Look at that. You gotta thank my mom and my dad for that, all right? Seriously, I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I think I'm going to add another H. It's going to be harsh because they say, Zeus, you're so harsh the way you give these people the truth. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta be that way. I might add another H. Another H could be hardworking, all right? Am I right, Liz? Am I right? All right. Many of you know exactly why we are here. We are here to hold our friends on the right, especially their cult leader, Donald Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. Because clearly, Donald Trump benefits from a two-tier justice system. You all know about a two-tier justice system. I've never seen anybody escape accountability like that. So it's up to us, the people,
to hold Donald Trump and his cronies accountable for all the things that they're doing. I don't know if many of you are aware of this, but Donald Trump's economy is on the horizon, and you know where we're heading. We're heading towards what I like to call a 1929 style depression. Yeah. Biden's not escalating the war in Russia. 19. Yesterday we all celebrated Thanksgiving, those of us, who partake of that. And I just couldn't help but think to myself, I was trying to enjoy myself with all my family, with all my friends around. And I said, oh my goodness, I just couldn't think about it. How much do you think this Thanksgiving cost us, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, if you had the full spread, I think it at least costs a good $1,000 or $2,000, right? But, I just got to tell you this. Once Donald Trump gets to the White House and those tariffs and those mass deportations begin, guess what your Thanksgiving meal is going to cost you? It's going to cost you $10,000. It's going to. It will. I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to lie. $10,000. If you don't think that's an issue, then why did you complain about the way that President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris were running this country? You all said the egg prices would go down. Now they're singing a different song. Oh, it's going to be tough just a little while, Zeus. You just got to hang in there. Absolutely not. And that's why I'll be beating the drum. If those egg prices don't come down, you know what we're going to do? We're going to ask Congress to draft those articles of impeachment, right? Because you don't lie to the American people. You don't lie to the American people like that. All right. Right motive, mics. All right. And so listen up. If you're a Trump supporter in this live and you're afraid of the truth and you're getting agitated and worked up because of the things that I'm saying, I got a bit of a PSA announcement for you.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. Well, now we are officially in the Thunderdome where anything may go, but, I reign supreme. All right. This is not a place for the weak-minded. This is a place you come to get the raw, organic conversations that need to be had in order to get this country back on track. All right. Now, what do I want to start with? There's really only, as far as Trump's presidency goes, I'm only looking for
closed borders, but
I'm only looking for two things out of this guy. Mass deportations and those tariffs. All right. And so with that being said, let's get started. Over the past couple of days, the president-elect lied to the American people about what's going on at the southern border. And so if there are any Trump supporters out there, we told you last time when Trump was in office, he lied over 30,000 times. This man can't even get in the White House without lying. Why would you lie to the American people about a phone call you had with the president of Mexico? Are you that desperate, MAGA? You're so desperate for a victory that you got to lie. All right, but we caught him in 4K, or as some say 8K, maybe even 12K. Listen up.
She said, breaking tonight, a dispute between the president-elect of the U.S. and Mexico's president over a phone call. Who agreed to what and what it may mean for the
Rick in the
U.S.-Mexico
chat.
relationship.
Thank you, Rick.
Donald Trump brought out some of his best words, for example, wonderful, to describe a conversation with Mexico's Claudia Sheinbaum, ending his Truth Social post by claiming she agreed to, quote, stop migration through Mexico and into the United States. Sheinbaum actually just responded moments ago, and the short version is never, no, not once, did she say anything of the kind. Sheinbaum on X was writing, we reiterate that Mexico's position is not to close borders, but to build bridges between governments and between peoples. Joining us in our fifth seat, CNN media correspondent Hadass Gold. But first, we're going to go to Lance on this breaking news because it does kind of feel familiar.
So let's sum this up. He tells everyone in the United States he had a perfect phone call, I'm paraphrasing, with Mexico, and that they've agreed to shut down the border. All right? Because they are trying to help us deal with some sort of addiction that's going on in this country. As some of you know about the addiction, all right? And then the president of Mexico says, that's not what I said, all right? As a matter of fact, those borders are going to stay open. Shout out to the president of Mexico. Caught him in the... We're not going to waste any time picking apart his lies, all right? And people go, well, Zeus, why do you call them lies? Because that's exactly what they were.
And that is because of the diplomacy of the Biden-Harris administration, because of the negotiations that they have put in place, because of the 2 executive orders that they did over the summer.
Okay, now that's about Biden getting the border crossings down, and what is it, down 75%, lower than Trump ever could. All right, but let's finish this up.
It was strengthening asylum requirements, and the second one was expanding legal pathways. We all know that is the path forward for fixing our immigration system. And President Sheinbaum, La Presidenta Sheinbaum, is no pushover. And we are seeing that now. She understands that the negotiations that have taken place are what has minimized and diminished the crossings at the border. She's going to continue to work with this administration and with the incoming administration. She is not going to suffer any fools. And I think that that's a great thing. And Donald Trump is going to see that.
Yeah, Joe, what do you think? I mean, it sounds as though Trump is trying to say problem solved. He's already solved the border crisis before he's come into office. What do you make of that?
Hey, Jim, happy Thanksgiving. Maria, happy Thanksgiving. He's lying.
There you go.
I mean, let's just say it. This is what he does, and he's lying. And I don't want to go through 4 years of this. America still has to grasp with the fact that we just reelected somebody who lies every time he opens his mouth. I mean, period. This is the game. Maria's right. This is the game he plays. He threatens to do something unless he gets his way. He doesn't get his way, but he lies and says he got his way. And now looky here, Mexico's going to do something brand new. Bull crap. This Thanksgiving. I caught my tongue. Jimmy's lying. Plain and simple.
He's lying, plain and simple. You're not going to get credit for saying all that stuff, Mr. President-elect, that you promised us on the campaign trail and then lying and saying it's done. Your supporters believe you, but no, we are going to actually need to see this happen. And I need it to actually make sure it impacts my savings and my 401k and those egg prices. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and give Donald Trump a round of booze and shame, because we're not going to let him get away with lying. Do what you said you're going to do. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Yeah, I'm talking about egg prices.
Silence, you MAGA Daily.
All right, now, I do have a little bit other things that I could talk about, but I want to do is I want to actually talk to an honest Trump supporter this morning, because I really want to see, are you happy with what you've done to this country? We've never been in a situation like this ever. We have someone who's been convicted of committing felonies, basically about to assume office. Are there any Trump supporters out there? W Motive Mike in the chat. Thank you for the subscription. Are there any Trump supporters out there that want to come up here and, explain themselves? All right. If you are, please put a 1 in the chat. Send Zeus a guest request, and I'll bring you right up, and we'll help get to the bottom of what's going on. We'll drill, baby, drill. We'll lower those taxes, and we'll pay off some of your debts. All right. Wait. Move on. He won. She lost. Not even one swing state. Flower. Oh, you can't even come up here. See, I thought so. Flower, don't talk to me like that. That's not what this is about. Flower, in case you didn't understand, we're here now because I was promised a couple of things, right? I'm an American. He's the president for all Americans. All right. The egg prices, Flower, are they going up or are they going down, Flower? Answer me. There you go. Eggs. Gas, ground beef, chicken, all those things. Look at that. They're all going up. Yeah. So if you don't want to have a serious conversation about what we can do to get that addressed and hold Donald Trump accountable, because that's what he promised on the campaign trail, Yeah, eggs are going up. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, all right, and you want to come up here and let's get this show started, all right? Yeah, but I want to be honest. I want you to be real honest about why you're supporting this guy, Donald Trump, all right? And don't get up here and start lying, all right? Let's not do that, all right? I don't want to hear about the identity politics. Keep it about the issue, please. That's all I ask. That's all Big Zeus asks. Good morning. How do you say your name?
Hey, my 401k is up 15% since Trump took office.
Oh, wait, how do you say your name, sir?
In debt to your priceless advice.
Okay, in debt to priceless advice. Oh, that's a good name. So your 401k has gone up ever since Trump took office? That's fascinating because last I checked, he hasn't took office yet. So when did it go up?
Since he got elected. I didn't say
you meant since he won the election, not since he got into office. So, in other words, thank you, President Biden. What if I were to tell you that you might as well, that celebration is going to be short-lived? Because once the Trump economy kicks in, your 401k is going to crumble like the Russian ruble is crumbling right now.
You forget that we already went through one presidency of his. The economy was fantastic.
At what point was it fantastic? Or the part where he inherited it from Barack Obama?
That COVID bullshit.
Oh, wait. Now, I didn't say this, but we try to keep it clean on this show, sir, if you don't mind. You know, we use kid-friendly language, all right? I don't want to get in trouble with my mom, you know what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that because it does mean a lot. So you know the economy he inherited from Obama.
Right.
So and then what you all like to do, honestly, and it bothers me still, is you like to say, well, that last year, we don't really like to bring that up because of the pandemic. Are you one of those?
Yeah, absolutely. The made-up pandemic.
Who made it up?
The biggest scam ever perpetuated on humankind.
Well, I would argue MAGA is the biggest scam ever perpetuated.
Right.
MAGA is.
Let's talk about how good Kamala's economy would have been. She raised $1 billion and managed to overspend by $20 million.
Yeah, I heard about that. And I said, you know what?
Bad. The DNC had to lay off 2/3 of its staff, and
That's
now they
just
have a GoFundMe page.
But what about Donald Trump and all of his bankruptcies? I mean, who's in here who can really point a finger? I mean, seriously. What about the way he ran our national debt, $8 trillion? Didn't he do $8 trillion or something with the national debt? I mean, at this point, we're just crying about nothing, little things. That's not a big deal to Zeus. You know what's a big deal to me?
How do you overspend $20 million in 100 days?
Well, listen, if Trump didn't have such a terrible record, I would say, you know what, you have a point, but you voted for a person that has a terrible record. I can't think of any. Name one thing, honestly.
He's got a great record.
Name one thing Trump has been successful at besides stealing elections.
Dude, he passed the First Step Act. You should be 1,000% thankful for that.
That had nothing to do with me.
I bet it had something to do with some family members.
No, wrong. There you go again, stereotyping. But here's the thing, sir. The egg prices, that has a lot to do with me. My savings account, my 401k. And I don't know if you've been listening to what's happening in this world. Are you living under a rock, or are you paying attention to some of the things that's going on?
I read all day, every day.
Okay, so you know about mass deportations, and you know
I'm all for it.
Yeah, but you're not. No, you're not. You don't even
Americans
know.
Can do those. Hey, Americans can do all those jobs, so we just need to pay them.
Now, I love this answer.
CEOs can take a lot less money on the top end, and we can actually pay the American worker.
I love that answer. So you believe Trump supporters will get out in the fields and pick those those fruits and vegetables and stuff?
I'm a farmer. I'm an electrician. I do it all.
Yeah, but I want you. PSA announcement.
Middle America's afraid of work.
Okay, so do we have any black Trump supporters out there? Put a 1 in the chat, because what I need you to do Mr. In Debt, is I want you to tell these black Trump supporters where they're going to end up, if you don't mind. All right?
Hey,
you mind doing that for me, bro?
Hey, anybody who wants to work can make a heck of a living here in the United States.
Any blacks for Trump out there? Put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up. And what we'll do is I want Mr. In Debt to explain to you where you're going to get your income from once Trump gets into office, because those, like you said, those positions are going to become vacant, correct?
Hey, if there's any color people that want to go pick eggs, pick strawberries, pick green beans for $30 an hour, hey, it's all good.
Okay. All right, let me see now. Any colored people out there want to come up here and work with Mr. Indet? All right. Yeah. What about the non-coloreds?
Hey, why not? Hey, I'm non-color, and guess what?
Okay. Roland is here. Roland is here. Okay, Roland, come on up here, Roland. I knew you did. I knew I would find somebody up here. All right. Yeah. So $30. That's quite a bit, don't you think? Roland, come on up here, bro. Roland said, okay.
You don't think these companies that pick strawberries and pick green beans could pay their employees more if the CEO took a little less?
How much do they pay now?
I don't know. I don't do that work.
So think about it, right? The people who they say are the problem, they're going to deport them. You think those people are making $30 an hour? I don't think so.
No, I don't. I said they should pay them $30 an hour.
Okay, so think about what we're saying. I thought I had some so-called colored folks willing to come up here and let you say what you said to me, say it to them, so they understand what type of time they should be on. Because I don't abide by none of that. But if they want to, surrender their souls to you, I say go for it. Go for it. Because if you like it, I love it, right? I mean, I'm going to get out of the way and let y'all get that $30 an hour. All right. If you are one of these so-called coloreds for Donald Trump, put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up here. And I want you to meet your next supervisor. Your next supervisor. Please. All right. Oh.
Hey, what's wrong with people wanting to work?
Huh?
What's wrong with people wanting to work and make a better life for themselves?
Let me see. Hold on. Well, Gregory, hold on. Gregory, I can't. Gregory, for some reason, Gregory, I can't bring you up. Well, let me explain to you. So the way that I see it, sir, this is a lot of racism. And what it's going to end up costing is me a lot of money when I go to the store to buy my eggs.
Why not let that CEO take a cut? Pay the employee more, have the CEO take a cut. You have to pay people a living wage to do a job.
Yeah, but do you not understand this is going to cost us more when we go to the grocery store?
Not if it all comes out in the same numbers. The CEO.
So do you run a business?
Pay the employee more.
Do you run a business?
Absolutely. I'm a Schedule F farmer. I already told you that.
Okay. So you understand that whatever you're selling your produce at, right, is a reflection of what you pay the people to actually help you, gather it, so to speak. I don't know what the term is, right? How much are you paying those people to, go and gather those agricultural products?
I pay them as little as they'll work for, or as much as they're worth.
Give us a real number, please. Harvest.
If an employee was, it's worth.
Do you really call them employees, or do you?
If you're a hard worker, I'll pay you $30 an hour. If you're not, you get 10.
What's the percentage of your employees that are hard workers?
I only keep hard workers, so they're all hard workers.
So what's your overhead per month?
Well, that depends on what month it is.
I mean, I'm listening to this and I'm going, okay, you're paying people $30 an hour. What kind of produce? What are you growing?
We grow corn, soybeans, wheat, cattle, hay.
Okay. So they get $30 an hour, and these are people that are here illegally.
No, these are legal people.
How do you know they're legal?
Because most of them are my family.
Oh, so you're not hiring people that are like migrants?
No, of course not.
Oh, interesting.
Well, honestly, we don't. So I'm in the middle of the country. I'm in the Midwest. We don't have any migrants here. I don't know where this is a huge problem. I'm going to assume California.
Well, definitely. Idaho. Well, okay. You know that there's companies out there that are hiring these people. You're in that industry, and a good chunk of the workforce is going to be impacted once mass deportations begin, right?
Yeah, and the price of my goods is going to go up because there's nobody going to be there to pick their strawberries out in California.
Yeah, so everything's going to go up, right? I'm glad we're getting here.
Hey, not if they pay Americans to do it.
No, No, but there's not enough Americans to even fill in the gap either.
Sure, there is.
No.
Yes, there is.
No. If you look
How many
at the
people we got
numbers,
on welfare?
that doesn't mean just because they're on welfare that they can get out there and actually do that, right? So here's the thing.
Who says they can't?
So here's the thing, right? You and I agree that at the end of the day, prices are going to go up. And this is the problem. This is the problem to all of these Trump supporters out there. What this guy in debt is saying is even on in the farm he runs, it's a magical farm. He runs one of the only farms in this country, ran by him and his family members, and they all get out there and they pick and harvest together and they get paid fair wages. All right. He even is saying, guess what? The price is going to go up. So you got that happening because of mass deportations. And then, we're going to have those tariffs. And guess what's going to happen with the tariffs? Prices are going to go up. So guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, our in debt to our services just confirmed Donald Trump is going to be taking more money out of your pocket. Thank you, Donald Trump. You see what I mean? You all are so ungrateful to what President Biden, this guy right here, was doing. It's not BS. It's true.
Hey, President Biden hadn't done anything except crap in his pants, most likely.
You don't even believe that.
Dude, he's garbage. Worst president of my lifetime, by far. Not even close.
Has he ever led an insurrection?
Wasn't no insurrection. Get out of here.
Yeah. Well,
I suppose you're probably one of those that said he was going to jail for that too, right?
He would have. He would have if it wasn't for Elon Musk. You know what Elon
what were
did?
Your predictions on the election?
Oh, my predictions don't even matter at this point because there's just so much corruption out there. It's so funny. I looked at a poll the other day. Isn't it funny how
were wrong?
Do you think voter fraud is real now?
I never thought it was in the first place.
So you understand then Trump lost in 2020. Isn't that funny?
There's 11 states that don't have any voter IDs, and I do believe that there's corruption in those 11 states.
You see what I'm saying? Do you believe he lost the 2020 election now?
I believe the votes that got counted were more for Biden than that were for Trump.
What does that mean? Can you just be honest?
Hey, if you don't have any voter ID in 11 states, what could those 11 states do?
Seems like they went to Trump.
They can do whatever they want.
So it seems like they went to Trump then. So who's benefiting from no voter ID according to this logic?
No, the 11 states that don't have any voter ID, guess who won those in this election?
Who?
Well, it's a 50-50 shot. I bet you get it right.
Take a guess. Just tell me.
Kamala.
So your argument, so you believe there's voter fraud?
Absolutely. In the 11 states that don't have any voter ID law.
Figures. That's what I mean. You're not being really consistent as far as I'm concerned, bro.
I've watched videos of guys voting multiple times.
But look at the results of the election, bro.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, Trump won. Remember how before the results came out, he was saying there was something going on in Pennsylvania?
And I guarantee you
Remember that?
I guarantee
Do you remember
you were
that?
online telling all your followers that Kamala was going to win in a landslide, and you were so wrong.
Yeah.
She didn't even do better in any single county in the entire United States than Biden.
Okay. So what is your point? Do you think I care? You know what I care about? You know what you're doing?
I think you do care. You wouldn't be on a
No.
line.
I cared right after the election, to be honest. But I'm over it. You see how that works? What I'm on right now is I want you to work on getting me those lower egg prices, those low gas prices. I want my utility bill cut in half. I want credit card interest capped at 10%. I want the conflicts in the world to come to an end. End of discussion. You have so much work to do. You have so much work to do. Listen, you have so much work to do, sir.
Ukraine to launch missiles into Russia. He's escalating the wars.
No, he's not. If anything, he's helping Trump out. You don't know anything.
How is ratcheting up the war in Ukraine helping Trump out?
Because he's giving Trump more power to negotiate. He's giving him more leverage. If you would look into this stuff, like I said, I get tired. I get tired of doing your homework. Bottom line is you don't know about the conflict in Ukraine. You don't know about what Donald Trump and Joe Biden talked about. You have no clue.
Yeah.
You should be focusing on the things you can control, like lowering the prices of my
Joe
eggs.
Biden and Lloyd Austin have done is support the military-industrial complex by getting rid of our old weapons on the backs of poor Ukrainians. That's it. That's all they've done.
Who did Trump pick to be his envoy to Ukraine? Who did he pick?
No idea.
Well, look at this. It says I got to remove you, bro, because you were violating the community guidelines. So guess what? I wanted to save your account. All right. Unfortunately, sir, you're so wrong and you're so misguided. Ladies and gentlemen, bottom line is every time I bring it up, they don't want to talk about it. Donald Trump is going to cost the American people at least $4,000 to $10,000 as a result of his mass deportations and his tariffs. And no matter how you look at it, that's just going to be the way it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give No Debt what he deserves. Let's warm up the lake of fire and send him straight to it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a huge, huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA.
No, he violated the community guidelines. Ask him. He got a warning. He saw it on his screen. I wouldn't have removed him because, obviously I was just exploring where he was going and he wasn't really taking me anywhere. Bottom line is this, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the Trump economy to come, okay? Because when it comes, you're going to be crying like you've never cried before. No. Someone said that I am a liar. Oh, Adam says I'm full of it. Adam, won't you come up here? Adam, come on up here. And you said I'm full of it. What does that even mean, Adam? Please. If I've lied about anything, Adam, please, by all means, I'll stand corrected. They call me Triple H, all right? And the middle H means humble, all right? And if I get it wrong, I definitely will apologize. Ricardo, are you a Trump supporter, Ricardo? You said you want to come up here and talk to Big Zeus, all right? And you can see, Ricardo, send me a guest request. You're full of it, bro. Change. All right. You said that I'm full of it. Come on up here. Change. It's funny you call yourself Change. Obama ran on change. Come on up here and stock up on your goods right now. All right. Yeah. It's going to be 4 more years of hell. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Who do we have next, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. Who do I have next? Who is this? If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. Bus Boss, good morning. How are you?
You, sir, are an idiot.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
What part of the country? What part of the country are you from, Bus Boss?
I'm from New York.
Okay. Shout out to New York. You think you're the first person to ever say something insulting? You think you're the first person to say something that shows how uninformed you are?
You just sit there and just talk and say nothing. We know what you're all about. You just want to lower your eggs. I got it. Okay, good luck with that.
So you don't care about your egg prices?
I cared about them when Biden was jacking everything up. That's when I cared about him.
So if Trump jacks them up, it's okay?
No, I didn't say that. Trump is not going to jack them up. He's going to bring it down.
Actually, what evidence do you have to prove that he's going to bring them down? Have you?
Joe Biden and
W7 in the chat. No. Have you looked at the egg prices as of recent?
Why did they go up?
That's what I'm trying to get you to help me understand.
Well, I'm going to tell you why they went up.
Please.
Joe Biden, Kamala Harris.
No.
Yes.
What exactly?
That's why you're an idiot. You sit there on this platform and you say nothing. You talk and you say nothing.
Well, you know what I didn't do? You know how smart I am? I didn't vote for a convicted felon. You see, I didn't vote for somebody that is an adjudicated rapist, someone that's been impeached twice.
Allegedly.
Right? Someone that's had 6 bankruptcies, 26 women accused. No. I mean, let's just be honest. You really think I'm the one that needs, help up here, upstairs? Or the one that actually saw all that bad stuff in this person and still voted for him?
Forget about what they did. Just tell me who raised the egg prices. Tell me that.
Oh, we're done with insulting people.
I want you to forget about what they did in their personal lives and just tell me what you're worried about, the egg prices. Who raised the prices?
Last I checked, Donald Trump said he was going to bring these things down.
Don't worry about what he's going to do. I want to know who raised your egg prices.
I'm asking you because
I know
I'm
you.
a
I
Democrat.
told you.
Listen, Bus, I'm a Democrat. You don't trust Democrats, correct?
I love everybody.
No. Do you trust Democrats? Because I'll give you
Depends.
the answer if you tell me you trust Democrats.
It depends. I trust people on their merits. I don't trust Democrats or Republicans.
Alex in the chat. Okay. Do you think
That's fair.
Democrats are truthful?
Not all of them, no.
Why not? I mean,
Why
give
not?
yeah, because if I were to say like, there's this avian flu thing going around and perhaps that's lowering the amount of eggs available to sell and this is contributing to the price increase, what would you say then? Oh, and then he just left. He just left, ladies and gentlemen. Again, unfortunately, the truth is not in him at all. That previous guest obviously didn't want to help me lower my egg prices, so I guess that makes him a prime candidate for hell. All right, so what we're going to do is warm up that lake of fire. Ladies and gentlemen, you know exactly what we got to do. Join me in sending the previous guest who refused to be honest with Big Zeus and lowered those egg prices, right? Join me in sending him into the lake of fire. Let's give him a huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you macadamia.
All right, if you could please, if I could just get a serious Trump supporter to come up and explain to us why they voted for Donald Trump and what their plans are going forward about the Trump economy that's coming up. Because whether you wanna believe it or not, it's going to happen. Oh wait, somebody said bring me up. This is what I want to see. I mean, Danielle, maybe you can help out because I don't get why all these MAGA men come up here and all they have is insults. You're not going to out insult Zeus on my show, period. So let's not do that. Let's get away from identity politics and let's talk about the issue. Good morning, Danielle.
Oh, good morning. I
How are
slept in
you?
this morning. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
I
No,
was waking up.
no, okay, you just waking up. You voted for Trump.
I did.
Okay. Wow. You're waking up and talking to Zeus. All right. Thank you. I have that effect. All right. Some people like to use that as an excuse not to talk to me, but you used it and you're using it to talk to me. All right. So, why did you decide to do that? Why did you decide to, vote for this person, if you don't mind?
Well, I am on Social Security. I have epilepsy.
Okay. I'm so
And,
sorry. Yeah.
oh, no, it's okay. It's just, hey, it is what it is.
What did
Um,
did I ask you which part of the country are you in, by the way?
I am in Michigan. I'm in the
Michigan.
thumb.
Oh my goodness. All right, shout out to the beautiful state of Michigan.
Yeah.
Now I have the ability to be very, very harsh when we have these conversations, all right? So if
Well,
there's something that you say and I might not necessarily like it, I might push back on it, all right?
that's okay.
Fair enough.
It'll probably shut me right up since I just woke up. My brain's just barely working. I just got on here, so
Okay.
anyway. Yeah, the just to get right to it, like I said, I'm low income, and I was raised by my dad. My mom's an alcoholic, and being raised by a man, you kind of get right to the point. You're
Yeah.
not really emotional about it.
Okay,
So
I have a different opinion about that because some people out here I wouldn't necessarily say that they're men. You know what I mean?
not really. I mean, as far as parenting tactics, how a mom will tell you, it's okay, it's gonna be fine. When your dad will say, "Well, you fool, don't do that again. It won't happen."
Okay, you're
So
talking about parenting styles.
yes,
All
parenting
right.
styles.
Okay,
Anyway,
I'm listening.
anyway, I voted for Trump because his term, things were affordable. I could put gas in my car. Those rice-a-roni things were actually $1. Now they're 2.40 something.
Yeah.
Our pipeline was open. We were making we had our own pipe. We're the only country in the world now not fracking. So now our gas was 168 under Trump, and it went up to 4 something here in Michigan. So
Wow.
I'm
It was just
happy.
it was it just like that was it right there. That was just like out of all the stuff both him and Kamala had. Because to me, you could make an argument they're both terrible candidates, right?
They're not the most perfect people.
Right.
I will, yeah.
So it
You
just
know,
basically boiled down to those egg prices.
yeah, because with both Republican and Democrat, they both agreed. With no matter whether you watch CNN, MSNBC, Fox, whatever, they all have polls that economy and immigration are the two biggest things.
And it's so fascinating you brought that up because Donald Trump ran, as far as I'm concerned, on lowering the cost of things like those, what did you say, those rice cakes or something like that?
Those rice-a-roni, there's just it's
Yeah,
basically like a ramen thing.
rice-a-roni, right? He ran on bringing down the cost of people's utility bills. A lot of people say he's actually going to cut Social Security. Interesting. Did you know that?
I've been to rallies, I've seen everything, and actually, he has been pretty irritated when Kamala was there, since, as you know, she ran with Bernie Sanders, and with socialism, it's like equality for all, that kind of thing, But the fact is, our taxes would go way up. So when he always talks about protecting Social Security, you've never heard it out of his mouth. He's going to get rid of Social Security. That's actually something Congress would never pass. Because a president can't just simply say, this is what we're going to do, because that would be like a dictator move. And we are, we vote democratically, so these people saying, well, if Trump says he's going to do this, it has to be voted on, Congress and Senate, that's the way a bill is, then it maybe turns into law. So all these people, well, he's a dictator. Well, it has to be voted upon, so
But okay, so and again, I think you're being genuine about what you believe. Hold on real quick.
Trump is speaking out about his own budget plans. Mr. Trump opened the door to cutting Social Security and Medicare spending in an exclusive phone interview with CNBC.
So first of all, there is a lot you can do in terms of entitlements, in terms of cutting, and in terms of also the theft and the bad management of entitlements, tremendous bad management of entitlements. There's tremendous amounts of things and numbers of things you can do.
So he's kind of leaving the door open for that. I just wanted, and you don't got to take my word for it, because what I say to people is don't trust Zeus. I'm a Democrat. Listen to what Trump is saying. So, but when it comes to the eggs and, you go to the store and you're buying fruits and vegetables, I heard you say it's gone up under President Biden, right?
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Now, are you understanding, because I was trying to explain it to the previous guest, that it's probably going to go up more once Trump kicks in, his economy kicks in, for two major reasons. One is the mass deportations. I, like you, if people are coming to this country illegally and they're committing crimes and breaking the law,
Yeah,
then
that's the
yeah,
problem.
we got to get rid of these folks, right? I understand that push to do that. But I also understand that you really got to be careful how you do it, because if you don't, it's like surgery. If you just get in there and you just start slicing and dicing, you're not even curing the patient. You're actually, going the other way, correct?
Yeah, you can't just go in there immediately, but Tom. I
But
think
that's
his
what
name's
he's trying to
Tom
do.
something.
But that's what he's going to do with these mass deportations. He's talking about getting up to like 11 million people. Do you think there's 11 million criminals in this country?
No, not criminals, but the people like Tren Aragua. We
Yeah,
know
the
that
gang. I
gang
heard
was.
about that gang. Yeah, but
Yeah,
here's
that.
but how does a person go and figure out? I like to use the word segregate. How do you segregate which person is or isn't? If you just go out there and look, I mean, at a certain point, you're going to probably get some innocent people sucked into this huge vacuum cleaner, right?
Well, they said that they're going to, first of all, focus on the high crime areas, which obviously we know is
I mean, but
Ohio
that
and
sounds crazy in itself, right? High crime
Ohio
area.
and Colorado,
Wait,
because
wait, wait.
we know the women who have been murdered, and
Well,
we
we
know
use
that.
unalived on TikTok. You got to use
Oh,
TikTok.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know I'm
unalived.
new to this. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
But you just can't spin the person around like they do when they do the piñata thing and just go and start swinging at things, right? You don't want to do that because I think that's a high crime area. Let's go in there and grab 100,000 or so. All right.
That's where statistics come in handy.
Yeah, but statistics are skewed and they're not always perfect, right? I mean,
Well, even the Democrats admit there's a problem there. That was another reason. Even my 80-year-old Democratic neighbor, she's always voted Democrat simply because she knew nothing about Kamala, nothing about her being a senator, nothing about her ever suing Obama, her being, on like Bernie Sanders, nothing about Kamala.
You mean Kamala? You don't care about her name. It's kind of hard to say, or Miss Harris. I get it, right? But here's the thing,
I don't care. I don't care that they called Trump Hitler. I really don't, because it's not.
Well, mustache man, all right. But listen, we got to be friendly on TikTok. I just wanted to get to this point where you and I are at least on the same page. So you have all these people here, and they say if you're here illegally, that makes you a criminal as well, right? If you're here
That's the
illegally,
law.
you're a criminal.
That's
Right?
the law.
It's
Yeah.
not just you're out here robbing and stealing and doing things. If you enter this country illegally, you're a criminal. But there's a lot of businesses that hire these people, right? And this is what I was explaining to the previous guest, but he was lying. They harvest a lot of the agricultural products that we become used to getting, right? You go to the store.
Which we should be doing and being paid for. Yeah.
But if they pay us to do it, the price of it goes up, correct?
Not necessarily.
Well, because he said $30 an hour. That's what he's paying. I mean, I would imagine if you paid Americans $30 an hour to get out there and, pick fruits, vegetables, that would have a huge impact on the company's bottom line, right?
What are those people on the field? They're out there raping the women. I'd still like them.
Wait.
out
You
here.
got to say graping. And no, that's not what they're doing. Remember, you said not everybody is a criminal.
Yeah, I'm still talking
I
about
mean,
the
not
people
it-
who
well-
are breaking the law. I care about the law of the land. I do.
So let's follow this real quick, all right? Because I know this is hard to get you there because we're saying a lot of things that are triggering, but I want to get to where the conversation makes sense. So you get rid of people that are helping keep the prices low, and you have to backfill the position with people that would do it, but they're going to charge more to do it.
But the prices aren't low. They've gone up.
Right.
Apparently it's not working these last 4 years since they've torn down 4 sections of the wall and flown these people
Okay.
in over.
But the price has gone up. The question is it going to
Because
go
of
up?
who? Why
Well,
did they go up?
According to you, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris opened borders.
That didn't help. Plus inflation.
Okay. So they were here and then they went here. Trump says when he gets into office, they should come back down or actually go lower, right?
Because you only have your record to go by, and that's how it went. Because he's a businessman.
Right,
America's a big business.
But what I'm trying to explain to you is once Trump gets in, it's going to go even higher.
And his record says that how?
The deportations, it's going to mean businesses have to pay more to get people to do that work, right?
So you want to just keep the criminals in? And
Wait.
keep the women-
I haven't even gotten there. I just want to make sure you're on the same page as me. We can get back and address dealing with deportations, but I
No,
just
we're on
want
the
you.
same page. We just agree on how it's disagree on how it's going to work.
Well, so when you get rid of, if you're running a business and you pay your employees $10 an hour, right? Let's just use that as an example. And then
You're just focused on keeping the immigrants in here. I just want the murderers out.
no, okay, but I'm going to get to that. We can get back. Could you just put a pin in that real quick? Because I want to make sure you're following the logic real quick.
I get on why why you say we should keep the immigrants.
No,
here for
I'm
cheaper
not.
labor.
I'm not arguing that we should keep them. I'm not arguing we should get rid of immigrants. I'm just simply making sure we have a good understanding on why the prices are going to go up. Right?
The people need to work again.
But you and I are agreeing that those people that need to work again are going to charge more, right?
At least what it was.
What we were paying the immigrants, or do
It
you
depends
think
on what job they're doing. Are they doing field work or are they?
Yeah,
lawyers?
field work, of course.
Yeah, like Pelosi says, who's going to pick the crops? That's not degrading at all, is it?
It is, but you know what's more degrading? The price of those eggs and how much it's going to cost me to actually survive. That's even because listen to what I'm trying to get you to, and I see you and I are at least agreeing. If you pay people more to do the job, the price goes up. Can we just do that? Can we just get that settled?
It depends. Are we talking about a huge corporation or a farmer?
Any business, right? If you increase the cost, the overhead, then they got to pass that cost on in order to make their money. If you want to be successful,
you could already be paying everybody $30 a day and just be fine with that, surviving. And then a whole bunch of immigrants come in. Oh, you want to do it for $2? The rich guy's making more money.
If you do it for $2. If they do it for $2 instead of 10, yeah, they're making way more money. That's a good point.
This means the head honcho is saving more money. It doesn't mean necessarily everything goes up.
No, Danielle, I think you're almost about to have this breakthrough moment with me, and I know you
don't talk down to me like that.
I'm not talking down. I'm actually agreeing with you.
Great. So.
Okay, so now that we agree,
what's the big difference between Trump and Biden? You asked me why I voted for
Trump.
But
so wait a minute. The big thing I want to make sure you and I are on the same page about is now that you understand mass deportations mean the things you've been going to buy at the store are going to continue to go up in terms of price. Then we add on his tariffs, right? He's going to put a tax on companies.
There you go. A tax on outside
businesses
of the U.S.
But who pays for it? Again,
pay for it.
Okay, that's where we differ now. So if you've been buying, let's say, where do you buy shoes, I suppose, right? You've been getting them for $100, 25% tariff goes on the company now, adds that in, you're going to be paying $125 for those shoes if you buy it from that company. I don't know about you, but I don't got that extra kind of money lying around under a pillow, especially I would imagine if you're on Social Security, you don't got that kind of extra income, not that extra disposable income to play that kind of game. And then they're going to do retaliatory tariffs. I mean, do you know how many things we get from Canada and Mexico by any chance? You have become so basically addicted to this way of living that you don't understand, or maybe you do, that you mix that with Trump wanting to cut your Social Security, Danielle.
Trump is not cutting Social Security.
You heard what he said.
He constantly says there's going to be no tax on Social Security. He says that at every rally.
He said, I just played the clips where he said he's open to making cuts.
He hasn't talked to CNN in years. That was
this year. Clip. That was this year, actually. You want to know? Let me see. Yeah, that was back in March of this year. So what I'm trying to get you to understand, Danielle, and I think you've been very honest about how you feel, you have to have a serious conversation with yourself and say, what am I going to do if he decides to move forward with cutting Social Security? Oh, Danielle, we were having such a great time, Danielle, but you decided to leave Big Zeus. Well, Danielle, I wanted to say this. I'll go ahead and lower your debt and pay down your taxes, Danielle. You're going to end up having to get used to Donald Trump basically cutting your Social Security and the tariffs and the mass deportations that's going to kick in. The bottom line is this. You might look at seeing maybe anywhere between $4,000 to $10,000 missing from your checking and savings 401k because of the way his economy is going to work. And that translates into you suffering a lot during Trump's presidency. So, Danielle, hopefully this helps you understand. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send Danielle to the lake of fire. She just doesn't get it. Let's give her a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I don't understand why these Trump supporters, they just run when we get straight to the point and we're saying, hey, he's going to cost you more money. And there's no way you can wiggle out of it. There's no way you can wiggle out of this, MAGA. All right. Let's see. Why did she run? I think she ran because she's probably regretting her vote. How would you know for a fact that he's going to do all of this? Where's your proof? Ricardo, if you don't, I know you don't trust Democrats. Good morning, Shay. You don't trust Democrats, but if you just go listen to the things that he says, check out Project 2025, look at some of these cabinet picks, you'll be able to do, what I call use deductive reasoning and go, yeah. And if you think about his last time in office, he's really not good at managing, crises and things like that. So, and again, don't take my word for it. Just listen to your leader. Do the math. Yeah. And I see some people in here are triggered. All right. Maybe you didn't hear my warning at the top of the show, but I'll go ahead and give it to you.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy
do the math, yeah.
in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. To all the Trump supporters, I want to make sure you understand why I'm doing this live. You won the election. Was I sad? Absolutely. We were very sad. But you can't be sad forever, right? So let's move on and let's proceed with helping your leader do exactly what he said he was going to do. I think he promised somewhere around 90 or so things. I want to see some of those things, right? I do want to see the cap on credit card interest 10%. I do want to see the mass deportations, all right? Because a lot of the people that I didn't think was going to vote for Trump, they turned around and voted for Trump. So I want to see that happen. I want to see the tariffs kick in. I mean, I don't personally want to, but look, we have no choice. We have no choice. And this is the only way you're going to get it. This is the only way you're going to get it. After this, I don't know what else to say. So yeah, and don't make excuses. We're not going to let him lie his way out of this. All right. We're not going to let him lie his way out of this. All right. Come on up here, Mike. Mike, come on up here. You said you wanted to talk to Big Zeus. All right. Come on up here. All right. And my fellow Democrats out there, I know some of these conversations are a little difficult to hear, but don't worry. You know where we stand. We got it next time, 2026. Good morning. Mike, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am all right. You've been listening to the show? And you?
Yeah, it's pretty comical that some of the questions that you ask these people, I think they defer, and I think you also do a little bit deferring on yourself. I think you can look at all these politicians. You played that clip earlier of Trump saying about the Social Security and stuff, but let's be honest, all politicians, whether you're Republican or Democrat, don't always tell the truth to get elected. 9 times out of 10, probably most of them are not telling the truth. So any clip from anybody that's running for any type of office is not gonna hold water.
So what do you use to, I guess, try to hold a politician accountable?
We don't never use anything to hold them accountable. I mean, tell me one thing that's been held accountable. I mean, on any of them. I mean, there's no repercussions for anything.
Well, I think, for instance, if a politician were to do something egregious, I think, you might have to move forward in terms of presidents and use it's a tough word, but you might have to impeach them. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
That's a form of holding a politician accountable.
But we've had Democrats and Republicans do stuff like Clinton. I mean, we've had all of them. I mean, it's just. But let's be honest. The reason Joe Biden got beat up so bad is why? In your opinion, why did Joe Biden get basically beat up so much by the Republicans? I think his time expired. I think he expired. Like I don't think he was. And I'm not, whether they're Republican or Democrat, I'm not going to sit here and badger somebody's mental health or anything like that. But I think he was.
But that's what they did.
Well, I mean, look at it. Watch the videos. I mean, come on. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out, like, things weren't all there.
But look at what he's done for this country. This man served in government for so long, and he was in Congress. He gets in after, I would say Trump's failed administration. It was a failure, right? And I would
not. I mean, prices were low, like some of the other people said. That's exactly why I voted on him. I mean, prices were low. They were low for multiple reasons. Look, I own a business, And one thing I do agree with what you said to the last caller that bailed out on you. You said something about prices going up if wages go up.
Thank you.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Thank you. I got to give you a round of applause. Jesus Christ. She was struggling to say that, but that's the part I'm trying to help people understand.
To that, I mean, if we're using these people as something to get lower prices on, then they're modern day slaves. Like what? I mean, seriously, if we're paying one person $30 and we're paying another person 10 because we can get 10 from them, is that not modern day slavery?
I would beg to differ. I see it. I see it as it's a win-win situation. If they are voluntarily doing this, listen, because the word slave comes with a lot of things. And you and I know it. You know American history.
I know. Yeah.
Listen, if somebody on their own free will decides and they agree to do the work at a rate that's significantly lower than this other person, that's what you call competition, in my opinion.
It doesn't necessarily make it right, though. I mean,
listen.
And I own a business. I'm a business owner.
What industry? I'm
in the landscaping business.
Okay.
Let me tell you where I go for labor, right?
I know where you go for labor, and just keep it A1 then. So you know where
100%.
you know where you're getting the labor at a low price.
Look, so back in 2016, when Trump was first running, I went to a rally and I met Trump, and I was actually front row, waited 7 hours.
Wait a second. I just want to make sure you and I keep having this moment together, because it won't last forever. This moment won't last. So you're benefiting from cheap labor.
No, I don't know. Not all my guys. I mean, I got guys that aren't paid. They're all my guys are Hispanic, but I've got guys that make over $40 an hour, $100-something thousand a year.
Why not pay them $100 an hour?
Because the industry overall doesn't justify that.
But don't you think that'd make them feel a lot better if they were
my guys are not paid off anything but their knowledge of the field that we're in and what.
But hypothetically speaking, sir, if you were to pay them $100 an hour, would that make the cost and the services you provide go up to your?
We've already agreed on that. Like, of course.
That part. So, do you think there is enough people in the United States of America that are willing to do the work that you need them to do at the prices you're willing?
We are lazy. Absolutely not. They're not willing to do anything anymore.
You hear this, MAGA? Do you hear what he's saying?
Yeah, but this is people in general. This is people in the fast food business. This is people everywhere. Come on, people are lazy. They've been given handouts.
And does that include Republicans and Trump supporters?
No, that's Democrats.
No, Mike, you were on a roll, Mike, you were on a roll. So you
because I was agreeing with what you said, but now
Mike,
I don't agree. See, that's where we.
So you think right? Lazy people are just Democrats? You don't think there's no lazy Trump supporters?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh,
now you put words in my mouth.
So
no,
maybe I was wrong.
People, I never said they were Democrats or Republicans.
Okay, but can there be
Democrats give more than Republicans do on stuff like that to make people lazy? I think I don't know what the odds are. I don't know what the stats are on Republicans versus Democrats that are lazy.
Okay, yeah, neither do I. But I wanted to just make sure we address that. So you believe that if Donald Trump does those mass deportations and there's a bunch of job openings available, you don't think that there's enough lazy Americans here to fill those positions?
No, there's absolutely not.
So what will most likely have to happen is you will have to incentivize those openings, basically probably by giving more money.
All this ties into what I was saying earlier about me talking to him in 2016 when he first ran. This all ties into this because I do agree there has to be a better process to legalize people here in America to work, because let's be honest, if all the Hispanic community, if say every Hispanic person in America goes back to Mexico, Cuba, wherever they go, we're going to crumble. We're going to crumble.
Wow!
You can't just hear what you want to hear. You have to hear everything.
Wow!
Let's finish everything. What this country needs to do is the people that want to come here and work and pay taxes, we need to figure out a highway, an avenue for those people to get citizenship. But coming here illegally is illegal.
But
it is still illegal.
Okay,
That's
Mike, it's so good that I heard you say that, but that's not the reality.
It's not the reality.
Because you know what the reality is? On day one, when I get in, what is he going to do?
Well, who knows?
No. What did he say he's going to do?
Who knows really what he's going to do? I mean, that's Democrat or Republican. They
Tom Homan. Come on now. Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller. What?
About mass deportation.
Thank you.
Let's just see what happens.
Thank you.
They all say stuff though.
No.
I mean, they all promise the world. Let's see what happens.
No, Mike.
I'll come back on here in a month or so. Whenever he gets in office, we'll give it a month or so. I'll come back to your show and let's see what happens.
Okay. Let's table that, but let's move as though the mass deportations are going.
We can do that with everybody.
No.
Yeah, we can do that with Democrats and Republicans.
Okay, so if mass deportations happen, you are on record saying we will crumble, correct?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Would that make you?
This is the only problem with your show. Like, I like the way you talk to people. This is the only problem. You pick and choose what you want to hear and cheer for, but you don't hear everything. You don't cheer for everything.
What is there? Why should I?
You and I can have an honest conversation right here.
Well, that's one of the H's. I'm Triple H. You know, Triple H. One of the H's is honest, so that's par for the course. But you know why I pick and choose? You know why I pick and choose? Because there's been a lot of pivoting out there. And
there's
I
no
don't
pivoting from me, man.
But there's so much of it out there that I think we got to make sure everybody in the United States, actually the world, knows if mass deportations occur in the United States of America, the ones Trump has been describing doing, we will crumble. We can talk about anything else once that point is made. Once that point is made,
what runs America is construction. Without construction, it dominates them. That's why I got into the field. I had a high school diploma, and I got a multi-million-dollar business off of construction because I worked hard.
So you're benefiting off of cheap labor.
Nah, what I pay my.
That's how I see it, because you're not benefiting.
Terrible, man.
But
terrible. Like, I love this conversation.
Call it what it, but bro.
Cheap labor.
Thank you. Benefit. I mean, if you're gonna,
I didn't say that. You're just trying to turn it into that. So you're telling me if I pay guys $40, $50 an hour, what I pay now, $30, $40, $50 an hour, you're telling me those people make less than Burger King, McDonald's?
Oh,
I mean, come on.
I mean,
man,
okay. Can I be honest with you? That's a good way to make yourself feel good about what you pay them. But I would imagine every job that I've had, I'm pretty sure the managers all felt they've paid me just wages. Even when I used to work at McDonald's, everyone has a good way of making it seem like, you know what? Hey, you didn't have a job first. This $5.15, you didn't have a job first. This $5.15 is a steal. I get it. But if you ask
right now, if they got $125,000 a year, they would be very happy with that.
It depends. No, because if you live in a very populated, in one of these Democrat cities, all right, where rent is through the roof, $125,000 just isn't enough.
Move out of California. Move there to begin with.
Oh, see, now you're assuming people have means to do things they can't do, right? But to be quite honest, if I were to go up to one of your employees and I were to say, hey, would you like a little extra money in your paycheck? What do you think their answer would be?
What would the answer be to any American out there? 99% of Americans, what would the answer be?
Answer it, please, Mike. Go ahead.
You answer it. You answer it. I've answered yours.
They would say H, not one of the triple H's, but H, yeah. That's what they would say. But if you compare what they're making to what a person at McDonald's is making, I mean, that's one heck of a mind control trick you got on your employee. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they came up to you and say, boss, can I get a raise?
You realize that you've been set up And I've sit there and called you out on here, and that's what you've realized. The bus guy that you had on here a couple people ago, he said nasty stuff to you. I'm not saying nasty stuff. I'm throwing facts out here to you, but you don't want to hear it.
Just like I threw facts at you. You're profiting off of low wages, cheap labor.
Low wages at 125,000, man. Come
on. You're profiting off of cheap labor,
That's
right?
Comical. That is comical.
But you know what? You and I.
Comical. 40, 50,000, yeah, I get you there. 125,000, no freaking way, man.
Okay, that's where I get it. You have a line in the sand. But you know what? I appreciate you and I agree that mass deportations mean the economy will crumble. One last thing, tariffs. One last thing, tariffs. You know what that's going to do to the American people, right?
So what is okay? Look, I'll talk about tariffs and I'll answer your question. So the one thing people were complaining about Trump, they say, or one thing Democrats were going on in the election was making rich people pay their fair share. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So tariffs is a way that's not directly towards rich people. It's making those people pay their fair share.
The rich, the wealthy. How? Yeah. How are they going to pay their fair share?
Because the cost is going to go up.
And then what happens once the cost goes up? What are they going to do to recover from that cost going up?
Look,
what are they going to? No, Mike, we're going somewhere. What are you going to do as a business owner?
I'm not going anywhere because I know what you're trying to reel me into, and I'm not going to fall for it.
Well, I didn't cast my fishing line and do the reel just yet, but if you let me, I can do it. I'm a safe person to talk to, right? Honestly, if you took on an additional cost in your business, that cost, how are you going to recover those costs?
Well, that was during the coronavirus. Everything was like that.
No, but what is your plan as a?
All the stuff was.
What did you do to recover those costs?
I actually already had contracts in place. I didn't do nothing personally. Like I had contracts. I couldn't do anything.
But I'm saying going forward. When I
started bidding, yeah, I'm going to answer your question. When I started bidding on new projects, of course the price went up.
Thank you, Mike. Mike, you got to be the most. I give it to no.
During COVID, you don't see. All you want to do is twist and turn this to look at one aspect. But let's be honest. During COVID, it has nothing to do with tariffs.
I know that, but I'm just asking you the business. I'm just asking you some of the fundamentals of business. If the tariffs kick in, you as the business owner.
But that's everything, man. They can kick in for multiple reasons.
But listen, as the business owner, the tariffs kick in. You take on those costs. That's what you're saying to me.
I kicked in during the coronavirus when it wasn't tariffs. It was just.
I'm not asking about the pandemic.
Of course, I'm asking.
I'm just asking.
You're trying to trick me into something that you're not going to. It's everything.
Okay, what do you think I'm trying to trick you into?
You're trying to trick me into agreeing with you on tariffs. It doesn't matter whether it's tariffs or whether it's the pandemic. Anything that makes material go up is going to cost a price increase. But that happened during Biden.
Okay.
I paid more for irrigation products under Biden than I had paid even under Obama. So I mean,
but you know, there's
nothing to do with tariffs.
There's nuances behind why things cost more, right? But in this particular example, I just appreciate the fact that you are acknowledging that when it comes to tariffs, the costs are going.
Tariffs.
I'm using tariffs, not you.
A general description here.
Okay. Wait a second.
Anything.
Tariffs is such a beautiful word, according to Donald Trump. Why are you so afraid of it?
I'm not afraid of it, but
okay. Let's use the word tariff.
It's material going up during the pandemic for me.
Let's use the word tariff.
Outside of your show, do you own a business? Do you own a business?
Well, I dibble and dabble in other areas. All right. So, but maybe not to the degree you do. All right. So I'm going to stay in my lane on that one. But I want to say this though: the tariffs mean the business prices are going to go up, right?
But see, even during the pandemic,
you're not going to answer the question. Come on, listen. Other people want to talk to you, and I'm going to let one of my friends talk to you real quick. But if you could just help me, and let's wrap this up. Tariffs mean the price is going to go up for the consumer at some point, right?
I guess I don't know.
You said it yourself. You said.
Hey, look, man.
You were being honest.
Hey, pull the reel back in. I'm not going to fall for it. It doesn't matter whether it's tariff or whether it's the pandemic. Material increase, that's a general, is going to cause prices to go up. Material increase.
Thank you. I'll take that. So,
take it.
I'll take that. So, bottom line is this, and it took us a long time to get here. if mass deportation, wait, I'm summarizing the conversation. Based on what you and I have spoken about today, mass deportations happen, the economy crumbles, and if tariffs kick in, the prices go up. All right, W Donald Trump in the chat. All right, because I want you Trump supporters to understand this is what you voted for. Now let me bring up one of my good friends. He said he wanted to talk to you. You may have seen him before, but you know what I said? You know what? It's the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Why not go out with a bang? Good morning, Q Dog.
Hey, good morning to you.
Yes, how are you doing?
Oh, bless, definitely.
Yes, you heard this conversation that I've been having, and there's some things you would like to weigh in on. Is that correct, brother?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
So, first and foremost, I went to your page. I saw 51 followers. No bio, no picture, but you're telling us that you're making millions and millions of dollars. And you're telling us you're paying your Latino workers over $100,000.
Not all of them. Like in any
okay.
business, there's certain ones that make more money than others. It depends on your experience and multiple things, just like in any other profession.
So my question to you, a lot of people that have businesses and so forth, they like to promote their businesses. They like to get their name out there and whatnot. Why do you not have it on your page?
Don't need to.
You don't need to? Oh,
Don't need to.
Are you well known like that where you're making millions of dollars?
I mean, I do okay. I mean, I'm happy. I work really
Wait a
hard.
minute. Wait a minute. You said you're making millions of dollars, you're paying people over $100,000. Now you're saying you're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
Sounds like you're getting government fundings from the government.
I love the assumptions. This is what I like. This is what I like most about these conversations. The assumptions, the know-it-alls, the ones that.
But we don't have a lot to work with, though. Think about that, Mike.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to, like you said, I don't have a lot to work
to me, nor do I need to prove anything to you. It doesn't. Neither one of us need to, right? What do you need to prove to me? Do you need to prove to me you're a great father? You're a great husband. We don't need to prove any of that stuff to each other.
I mean, I don't put my whole life on.
I didn't put my whole life on there. I said I've got a business that started out as nothing.
But
that has
if
nothing
you go
to do
to
with
my
it.
page,
I base my wealth on my
talking.
family. Period.
But if you go to my page, you know I play pro basketball. I know people in the league. I got followers. Actually,
I coached a lot of
my
AAU
page that I just
basketball.
started back up.
I've been around basketball my whole life.
Hold on. I lost my first page that had thousands and thousands of followers. And I'm not even promoting a business. So I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that for my business. I mean, that's all you need to know. You asked me a question, and I answered it.
Hold on.
But you don't got to get all worked up. We're grown. We're grown men. We're grown men.
No, I haven't. I've stayed here. I've not been nasty or anything.
W Dolphin. Hey, Mike, you see that? Now, Mike.
It sounds like you're getting a we're just having a mutual man-to-man conversation.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So my question to you is, like Zeus says, you're basically utilizing the Latino community. Why don't you hire some white T-boys?
Look, I utilize whoever wants to get ahead and do well in their life.
Oh, okay.
I tell my Hispanic guys, there is two kinds of people in the world. And just remember, this is the way I feel, and I preach this to my guys. There's two kinds of people. There's not black, there's not Hispanic, there's not white. There is good and there is bad, and that is it.
How many brothers you got on your crew that you pay over $100,000?
None right now.
None.
But I don't have any. But see, I like your loaded question. I love that.
Asking you.
Wait. But is there a way we could get some brothers out there to get to the?
I love that loaded question, though. I love that. That's nice, man. I see what you're trying to do here. Like you're not going to get that past me.
Time out.
You're not. No, you're not going to get that past me.
Where we're going with this?
You're not going to get that past me.
No, I need you to stop and listen. Stop talking. You're doing a lot of talking.
I would if you wouldn't ask me a loaded question.
No, it's not a loaded question.
It is a loaded question.
Actually, this is kind of going somewhere. I'm interested, Mike, if you don't mind. I mean, I'm learning something. Question.
You know the reason why I'm asking this? Because before the election, You have all these blackers, all these black Trump supporters that voted for Trump and this and that and the other. And at this point in time, he has yet to elect anyone to be in office with him. So this is my question to you. This is my question to you. How long have you had your business?
I've had my business almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years. So within 20 years, you haven't had one black person
don't
on
do
your
that.
team. I'm asking you a valid
I've
question,
had
brother.
numerous.
Because I'm cooking right about now.
Yeah, I know you're cooking
right about now.
because
I'm making a
this is
point.
what you do. You're going on race here. You don't ask me about white employees,
That's
right?
actually you going on race.
No, you are.
Because
You don't ask me
decide
about white
y'all wanna talk
employees
about-
because you can't do that.
Y'all want to
You
talk
wanna
about
ask
the
me a
border,
loaded
this,
question
that, and the
because that's
other
what you
with
do.
our Latino brothers and sisters, but
Let's-
you have no problem
That's what
going to
you
get
do.
them
That's
at the
what you
local
do.
Home Depot
Mike.
to fill the shoes of what you don't
It's
want to do.
comical. It's
This ain't
comical,
no
man.
different than back in slavery when
You're
you didn't want
comical,
to
man.
work them fields and you had the black folks out there working the plantations. So this ain't nothing
it's
new.
comical, man. You're comical.
No, it's not comical.
You
it's
need
reality.
to be a comedian is what you need
It's
to be.
reality.
Because
Yeah,
you're
I
not
got a
going to
lot
fool
of-
me on
Can-
that
can-
question that you're trying to
can-
ask.
can we ask a
Ask
question,
about
though?
white
Friends that
people.
are comedians.
You
Mike,
want to
you
pick
come
and
to
choose
Atlanta
what you
next
ask
week.
for.
If
That's
you
all
come to
you wanna
Atlanta
do.
next week, you'll meet one of my comedian friends, my frat brother, Joe Torre. He will be here getting the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh.
Red Fox. So
Would
if
you be
come to
interested?
Atlanta, I
Would you be
invite
interested
to-
in that,
I
Mike?
invite you to the show.
Be
Mike.
interested in what?
Would you be interested in going to Atlanta and to the show with Q-Dog? I mean, because from what I see, and I hate to use the word DEI because it has such a negative connotation, but your business might be able to benefit from some DEI training. All right, 20 years is a long time.
I would have
That's a
until
long
he
time
asked
to
a
not
loaded
having no
question, but I
brothers
know
on
what
the-
he's
on the
up to.
squad.
Was he? I mean,
Typical.
what
It's
is?
typical, man.
We're not making it. You know what I tell my
yeah, you're
employees,
not making it.
Mike.
You're
You know what I
making
tell
this
my
about-
employees? You know what I
You're making
tell?
this about black, but not
No,
about white.
no.
I get what you're doing.
No.
I get what you're doing.
Mike,
He's
you know what
saying, man.
Mike, you know what I tell
You're
people like
basing- You're
you?
basing my employees strictly off being
Mike,
black, man. That's
Mike,
terrible.
Mike.
Going off of what you said.
Mike,
No,
what
you
Mike,
asked
listen. Mike, listen to what I'm saying. I tell people like you all the time, there's no such thing as black people, Hispanic people, white people. It's only two types of people.
Oh my gosh.
What?
That's what I just told you.
Oh, so you know it already. What I'm trying to do is get some good people in
I'm
your
curious.
business.
I'm
And I
curious
know a
why
lot
you're
of good
so
people.
defensive.
I've got good
Juice, I'm
people.
curious on why you're getting so defensive on basic questions.
I'm
Right.
curious why you like to send a loaded question on why I don't.
I asked you
why
a
I don't
simple
have any
question,
black
no heavy
employees, and
lifting,
you don't
brother.
mention white.
I asked you
I
a
mean,
simple question, no heavy lifting.
are
Why
you
do you
racist
not
towards
have,
white people?
out of 20
I mean, I don't
years,
get it.
out of 20 years, you got a lot of Hispanic folks working for you. But
You
you
gotta admit, Mike,
I've had a lot of black folks. I've had a lot of white folks. I've had.
I'm
Cuban
really
folks,
contemplating
I mean,
on whether or
I've
not you even got a business.
I may not.
Mike,
man.
Mike,
But
you
it's
gotta
okay.
admit.
I don't have to prove that to you because
Mike.
you're who you are, man. You're NBA legend. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm
I don't
not an
have to
NBA
prove it.
legend. I spent a little time in the league. I'm not going to toot my horn that way.
I spent a lot of time around basketball. I've been a part of basketball my whole life.
if I was going to hire somebody, I'm not going to zone in on just Hispanics because we all know
my God.
that
See,
Hispanics
now
can
you're
be
making assumptions. That's
authentic.
why you and I can't have a conversation because you're
Well,
assuming. You're
oh,
assuming.
Love you too,
I'm asking you a
Susan.
question.
No, you're assuming. You're
I'm asking you a
assuming.
Mike.
question. You answered the question.
No, you're assuming. I didn't
We're-
answer the
I'm
question.
assuming.
Mike,
Yeah,
Mike,
you're
we're just
assuming. That's all you're doing.
so Mike, I get it. You're not comfortable, I guess, going in that direction. I mean, but outside
I'm not
looking
comfortable
in,
with the racism that you're trying
You're
to.
making him very uncomfortable.
W Corvette.
I ain't ever been uncomfortable.
W Corvette. But Mike, outside looking in, you do understand how that looks at
I
least.
ain't never been uncomfortable.
But you understand.
Your demeanor of how you responded to the questions, brother. Me
Yeah,
and Zeus
yeah,
are
because
not
this is
getting offended.
comical. Your
We're
questions
not
are
getting.
comical.
You're calling me comical. Yeah, I got
You
a lot
are.
of friends that are comedians. So
You're comical.
okay, if
You're
you
comical.
want to make
Alter
it a
ego,
roasting
knock it off.
session, then yeah, we can definitely go there.
No.
But
Yeah,
what
but it's
we
comical.
asked you was a simple question. I asked you a simple question. You
I know,
answered
a
it
loaded
with a
question.
simple answer. Now you're getting
a loaded
offended
question.
because everybody in the chat heard
a
your
loaded question.
answer.
But okay, how about let's do it this. How many of you think Mike is being a little too defensive? I mean, and I don't want to do this because this is identity politics. But Mike, I think it's very important that at some point you got to be willing to take some feedback. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Mike is being defensive. All right, we're a democracy here. Maybe me and Q Dog got it wrong. All right, but put a 1.
Maybe, but hey, but who cares at the end of the day, man?
Mike,
you don't care.
We could have got it wrong. But the
you don't care. I don't care.
Wow, Mike, over 200 people. Almost
that's
200.
A simple yes or no question.
Look
Why
at that.
have you not in 20 years? That's a valid question. In 20 years,
over 200. Can we get over 200? Wow, over 200. Thank you, audience. Thank you, audience. Over 200 people think you're being defensive, Mike. This is where the feedback loop works. This is how the feedback loop works now.
I bet you he got some white. If he does have a business, got some white tee guys on the squad, and I guarantee you that they're supervisors over the Latino brothers too.
I mean, Mike, we got to work on this.
Am I wrong or am I right? Prove me that I'm wrong.
Oh my God,
Prove
man!
me
You
that I'm wrong.
can't get me, man. You can't get me.
Man, you got yourself, bro.
Nah, you can't get me, brother.
Yeah, you got yourself,
You can't
bro.
get me, man.
You got your.
I know.
You
I've
got
been around
caught with your
basketball my
hand in the
whole
cookie
life. I know a
jar.
lot of guys like you, man. You can't
You
get
got
me.
you got your hand caught in the cookie jar, brother.
I know you can't get me. That's what it is.
Oh.
So listen, we got to move it on, you two. All right, but you know this was an educational conversation. Q Dog, you've cooked, brother. Once again,
Man, he's been on fire, man. Hey,
No,
you know, man.
I'm just here to ask questions and get the answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Because he
Love
knows
it. You
he's a
can't
joke.
get me, man.
Okay, no, we got
Get me,
you.
Q.
Listen, we'll deal with you again, Mike, on another day. But you know what? Because you've done some nasty work up here. It's nasty work what you've done. All right.
Have you noticed?
I love it. I love
Have you
it.
noticed in this whole conversation, I continue to call him brother.
Yeah.
We are a very forgiving race.
Yeah. We're very respectful. Probably some of the most respectful people you've ever run into.
I know, because I ain't been respectful. I know.
You're not a white man. You're a human being.
I know, because I ain't been respectful, so I know.
No. You've been very.
Respectful. It's just your antics are.
Yeah, the defensiveness is kind of an issue a little
Yeah,
bit,
but
right?
it's
Because
cute-
we need
it's
you
cute
to
how
lower
I
your
come on to
defenses.
It's cute how I come on and talk to you, Zeus, and all of a sudden you got to bring somebody in, so it's 2 against 1. I see
Well,
that,
I'm
but it's
actually
all
on
right,
here
man.
every
Hey,
day.
I can take it.
I'm
I can
actually
take
on here
3
every
on
day.
1.
Zeus-
I can
Zeus
take
knows
4
me
on 1.
directly.
It don't matter, man.
Well, that means there's a lot of love in here. You shouldn't get so defensive, all right? All right, and maybe
No,
next
don't
time
get-
you
don't-
come.
Hey, if you
Don't
would
get
not ask
defensive.
loaded questions,
Do
I wouldn't
better.
get defensive, man.
Mike, don't get defensive. Do better, bro.
Thank
That's
you.
all we ask you to do.
I know.
Do
That's
better.
what I was thinking.
All right.
That's what I was thinking.
Going forward, because there's a lot of brothers out there would love to work as well. Me and my partner, we do people's basement on the side and customize their basements. It's a brother that stood out there. We just had him come in, paid him a full day's work, helping him bring in sheetrock to finish his basement.
That's awesome, man. That's the American dream.
And so no, we didn't go to the first Hispanic brother that we saw. We go to the first person that
Warm it
needs
up.
help.
The first
It's a holiday.
We're gonna warm it
that
up.
has the skills to do.
Exactly. We don't base on it because you can have somebody that's Hispanic don't know how to do jack.
Exactly.
Especially if they don't know how to speak
I've
English.
had a couple of Hispanics that didn't know what they were doing, and they had to hit the road. It's not about where you are or who you are. It's about
It's the good versus bad thing, right? So guess what? What I'm gonna do? Mike. Guess what? The Lake of Fire is warming up, bro. What I need for you to do is reflect on some of this nice feedback.
Let's do this. Let's do this for the first time, Bruce. Let's dive down the Lake of Fire. I think Mike.
Oh, you want me to cut it off? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna save him from the Lake of Fire this one time.
I knew he's a good dog, Q. I knew he's a good guy, Q. I
think he's willing to learn from his mistakes. Everybody.
I knew deep inside, man. I get talking to Q, man. We'll find that soft side in there, man.
Okay.
You won't ask them loaded questions, man. Thank you, Q.
Okay. Well, Q Dog, ladies and gentlemen, is using some of his political capital today and sparing Mike Duke from the Lake of Fire. So, you know what?
Thank you, Q.
No doubt.
I've seen a lot on this show before. I've never seen that, but guess what? It is what it is. All right. WQ Dog W, Mike. All right. But we got to move it on, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
Hey, look, let me finish with this. No matter what, we disagree or not, I respect you fellas and enjoy talking to you. And, you know, at the end of the day, with anybody out there, I feel like, man, if you know in your heart who you are, man, you don't have to prove it to anybody else.
Fair
man.
enough. Fair enough. All right. But guess what? Let me ask one question. Do you regret a little bit now voting for Donald Trump?
We won't.
Okay. Unfortunately,
you asked me a question. Let me finish.
Hold on one second. Well, Mike and Zeus.
Yeah.
First and foremost, let me explain to you. I know we all do this in fun and communication to each other. You know, one thing that I just did that Donald Trump would never do?
What's that?
That's show compassion. Show empathy. Because the thing is, my boy could have cooked you a long time ago and dropped you from the panel. But I wanted to talk to you and hear from you and get an understanding. You know what? It's the holidays. We got a lot of folks outside here in Atlanta. That I'm looking at my backyard, the golf course. Folks out here in 30-degree weather golfing. I see two ladies out there now.
I travel through Atlanta all the time, and I feel for you because the traffic there, man. I don't know how you do it.
You got folks that's out here having fun on the golf course, but you also have folks that are homeless, that need help, need shelter or whatnot, that are living under the bridges. You go downtown Atlanta. You understand what I'm saying?
I go through Atlanta all the time.
Some of these folks don't have a home to go to.
Oh, I know.
So we got to take ourselves out of ourselves and have more empathy and have more compassion towards our brothers and sisters. This is something that the guy that you voted for.
This might be
looking not to.
This might be worse than the Lake of Fire. What you're doing, Q Dog. I see what you're doing. This is actually worse than the Lake of Fire. Wow.
He wants to continue to divide us.
Mm.
The person is crazy because you got people that live next door to you.
Yeah.
I take this back to a video that I've seen where Hispanic people lived across the street. The kids played together all the time. Soon as the election came and the votes were quote unquote supposedly counted, then all of a sudden they calling the police, telling them they don't want their white kids playing with the Hispanic kids. What was the difference between 2023 and 2024? This is the divide that he's trying to establish, and people are falling for it hook, line, and sinker.
Same as you, my friend. Same as
all
you,
right,
man.
now I got to move it on, you
Gotta
two.
get off
all right,
the news, brother.
Maybe you two can host the live and finalize all of this, but Zeus has to move it on. Q Dog, I appreciate you, Mike. I appreciate it. All right, you know what? W Q Dog, W Mike in the chat. All right, thank you, too. Thank you. Wow, oh wow. I appreciate you. All right, but you know what? It is, we got to move it along. Oh my gosh. Wow, oh wow. That was an interesting conversation, but you know, one of the things that I do like about that is we at least addressed the fact that those egg prices are going to go up, all right? And we also addressed the fact that, guess what? The economy is going to be in terrible shape because of those mass deportations. And you know what? To those of you who voted for Donald Trump, you know what? I got to do it anyway because that's what I was looking forward to doing. For those of you, you know who you are. Sorry, I had to do it. It was already set up, but you're right, Q Dog. We did show empathy and we did show compassion to that previous guest. All right, let's get going. All right, I see what's going on out here. I know. Some of you are very upset with the way that we're running things, but listen, we have to make progress where there is an opportunity to make progress, and I do think Mike will be back to the show. And you know what Mike is going to do? He's going to say, you know what, I need to think about, all these people that I have working for me and maybe start being a little more proactive about bringing in some of those brothers that voted for Donald Trump into his business, right? Because we know there's a lot of brothers that voted for Donald Trump that would love to be making $100,000 a year. All right, but if not, you know what I mean? Then guess what? Back to the field. You know what I'm saying. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we have next? All righty then. All right. Bring up my good friend Dolphin. Dolphin, how are you doing this morning? Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Did not expect for you to pull me up right away. Dude.
All right. No. Yes.
My bad. I just literally just woke up.
Okay. How was your Thanksgiving?
I don't celebrate.
Okay, well then there you go. All right, shout out to Dolphin. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We don't need it. All right.
Yeah. Wow. So far, great show. Want to say I hope you had a great day yesterday.
I sure did. I sure
hi to
did.
Mom.
Hi, Mom. Yes, yes.
I just honestly, I just came up to say that Q Dog, you're completely right. And besides, man, I love that freaking voice of yours. I swear to God, y'all, you really just read me a book. Look, I just wanted to come up and say thank you and say hi. I didn't come up to really say anything.
Okay, fair
I just
enough.
wanted to say I'm grateful for you.
Oh, thank you, W Dolphin in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Keep on doing what you do, Dolphin. Taking care of your mom and doing the dance videos. Make sure you follow Dolphin, ladies and gentlemen. Her heart, I mean, she is such a beautiful person. W Dolphin in the chat. No lies detected. All right, if you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. Come on up here. We'll take good care of you. We'll lower your taxes and we'll help pay off some of your debt. Because you know what we do over here. We drill, baby, drill. You've heard a lot today, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, a lot of people are having to figure out how they're going to survive with Trump in the White House once his economy kicks in. Good morning, PT Car Wash.
How's it going?
All right. And you?
I'm doing fantastic.
I think we've spoken before.
Maybe a long time ago, possibly.
Okay. Well, you support Trump, right?
Well, not everything, but I voted for him.
Yeah, that's enough to do it right there. Right. Okay. Well, what is it that you would love to get off your chest this morning? Today's Black Friday, by the way.
Love it. Awesome.
I say that because this might be your last time getting things that are affordable. Because once those tariffs kick in, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are going to be in a lot of pain.
I don't know. I mean, I think there'll be a transition. I don't know exactly all the tariffs he plans on doing, but some of them will be good and some of them will not be good.
Well, how do you know which ones are good, which ones are bad? That's interesting.
Well, I own a business. I'm in the chemistry business, and so I'll give you an example, like laundry detergent. There are certain raw materials that you need in that laundry detergent to make it work and work well, right?
Correct.
However, that material
what would be the element, or what is the name of that ingredient, if you don't mind?
Well, there's lots of ingredients: sodium hydroxide, sodium methyl things like that are.
I love it when they say, the actual name, because it definitely adds a little more context to it, even though I don't know what the heck you're saying, but please.
So let's just say that there is a raw material that I need to make laundry detergent work, and if that material was made here in the United States, it would cost a lot of money. Because of environmental reasons.
Got it.
For instance, okay.
Yeah.
But you can go to China. They don't have to care about the environment at all, and they can make it super cheap. Bring it over here, and so my laundry detergent is $8 a gallon. They get to sell theirs for $6 a gallon, but mine's $8 a gallon because I ethically sourced environmental material for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Because it costs more.
Yeah, I get it. So you ethically sourced all of the things that you needed to take. It takes to actually make the detergent here domestically, and it costs more.
Correct, and not only that, I take less margin than I normally would because I have to get down to the China price.
Wow.
Right. So
wow, that's a bad tariff, so that would be a bad tariff based on what you're saying.
No, that'd be a good tariff for me because then the laundry soap that's manufactured, that's unethically sourced, the price would increase on it, and then I would still be the same price, but they'd be closer to my price.
Got it. So what this means, the way that I see it, is either way it goes, at me as a customer, I'm not getting $6 laundry detergent anymore. I'm starting at $8.
Yep, pretty much.
And that's the part I'm trying to help these folks out here understand. Because notice you didn't say, I'm trying to figure out a way to get it down to $6. You never went that route. No. It was always, I am doing it by the book, and I have to charge at least this amount. So what do you say to these people who believe that the costs have gone up because of Joe Biden, right? Under his presidency, him and Kamala Harris.
I
And
don't agree with that.
and they now think that Trump is going to make the costs go down once these tariffs kick in. Because you voted for Trump, what do you really what should you say to them to help them understand, especially to that woman who's living on Social Security right now?
hmm I would say, here's what I would say. Look, everything, nothing ever goes down in price. Everything, right? Once, I mean, like I'll be honest. Like I like to drink high end bourbon. And if you drink bourbon, you notice that the prices have nearly doubled for everything. Once they get a taste of selling it at that price, they never bring the price back down again, unless someone can make something tastier and cheaper, and that's just never going to happen. So, yeah, everything's going to go up, and it has been going up. And let me just say this: Joe Biden could not have cured inflation, and neither can President Trump.
Oh, PT! Wait a minute, my head is exploding. The eggs. You mean Biden didn't have anything to do with those egg prices?
Well, he had some things to do with it. He spent the more money our country spends, the more debt we go in, the less value our dollar is. So in that sense, yeah, he did cause some of it, but it was already trending that way. It's been going that way for the last 20 years.
Oh my gosh. Trump promised that once he gets into the White House, though, all of these things, our utility bills are going to get cut in half. You don't believe that?
No.
Oh, 10% cap on credit card interest.
Possibly.
No taxes on tips. No taxes on overtime.
Possible.
Oh, mass deportations. Is that going to happen?
Very likely.
Okay. And all of this and the tariffs, are you saying that at the end of the day, this is probably going to make things cost more?
It's going to make things cost more, but I do believe.
So why vote for him? Why do this? Why did it? Listen, this is what now I'm getting a little worried, a little upset. The whole time the campaign was going, what's the number one issue? What did people say?
Inflation.
But now you're basically arms wide open, spray me with all the inflation you got. I welcome it. Why? How did that happen?
Well, I'm not interested in the inflation. What I'm interested in is, like I said, I do agree with some tariffs. Some of those will be good. Some of them will be bad.
It's good for you only in the sense that it allows you to be more competitive with these companies that are in the United States. But you're not lowering your price.
Well, hang on. It's good for you because if you work for me, I'd be able to have money to give you a raise and bonuses, and I'd be able to hire more employees because I'm selling more product at it because it's now competitive. Whereas before, it's not competitive.
Hypothetically speaking, I work for you. I make how much a year?
If you worked for me and what I do, you'd be making 85 to 120.
Let's say I'm at 120 easy. Okay, I want the hard 120. Those tariffs kick in. Now you're able to, be more competitive, make a lot more money. How much do I get in terms of a raise?
Oh, you probably could easily get a 10% raise if we were moving more product. Absolutely.
That's not enough.
10%
that's not no because I know what you're bringing in, and you're bringing in way more than just 10%. If you're you see what I mean? Like that's giving me just a very small amount, and then I know I have to go out here, and because the cost of everything has gone up, that 10% is basically a wash at best.
Let me ask you a question. I'm not going to ask you a question. I'm going to tell you this. So I have a friend of mine that owns like 30 McDonald's.
Okay.
Of all of his McDonald's, what percentage of the money is actual margin revenue that he gets to take home at the end of the day?
You would have to educate me on that.
Take a wild guess.
100%?
100% of the revenue is no. He's got expenses. Everything.
Oh, okay.
All expenses.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what his profit margin is. Let's say 50%. I don't know.
It's 6%.
Oh. So 6% is revenue. what is he writing off in terms of expenses? I mean, I'm assuming there's some tax loopholes out there. There's got to be some tax loopholes he's doing and abusing, because that's okay. Well, then he's doing the thing on the spreadsheet and he's moving numbers and stuff like that. So he's still raking it in.
Well, let's just say it's $1 million. 6% of $1 million is what, $60,000?
Yeah, and I don't think that's accurate.
Right. So, it is because I have another good friend of mine.
On paper, it's 6%, ladies and gentlemen. But trust me, if he's moving the numbers on his taxes the way that he's doing it, like Elon does, the 6% doesn't look like that. All right, when it's it's sitting in the bank.
But Zeus, I'm trying to get to my point. My point is, if food prices go up 20%, right? Then, right. So if it goes up 20%, and I only make 6% margin at the end of the day, how much money do I have? How much does that Big Mac now have to cost for me to make my same 6%?
It depends. How much is?
The answer is more than double. It's going to triple. So that Big Mac will cost triple the price. If my margin, if I have to spend 20% more, I'm going to have to either double or triple the price of a Big Mac.
Okay.
To make my 6% at the end of the month.
And obviously, you're not going to be selling a lot of Big Macs if that's what you do, right?
That's my whole point is that if everything across the board goes 20%, which it's not, it's only going to be select things. It's not going to be everything.
But here's the thing. A lot of people aren't even in a position to play that sort of game you're describing, right? And this is why either some businesses are just going to get wiped out, flat out, because they're just not even in a position to play that game, right? So this is going to be a negative thing for the economy. That means a lot of people might end up being laid off. All right. And so here we are dealing with the reality of the tariffs on the mass deportations. It still doesn't add to the average American being able to save more on their grocery prices or the purchasing of a vehicle, buying a house. That's the thing we all said was the biggest issue. You all said Trump was better for the economy. And what we're realizing now is no matter how you slice it, it's not going to turn out the way people imagined it.
That's true. Even if Kamala had made Kamala, sorry. So she became president, right? There at nothing she could do to stop inflation.
Well, she wouldn't have done the tariffs and the mass deportations. I think, you know what? Yeah, there's a lot of other external factors that are contributing. And this is what I think the Democrats did an excellent job of. Whenever questions came up about inflation, I've seen it on my show, others. There's been so much going into explaining why inflation was the way it was, but it didn't matter. MAGA was like, no, it's Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, Bidenomics, and they just threw the whole kitchen sink at them. So now we're in this spot where it's going to get worse than what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris was doing. And it's just fascinating that you know it, I know it, but the rest of these people seem to know it and don't care.
Well, I care. I mean, I don't want to see people suffer. What I want to see is through this whole, if we're going to go down this tariff road, right? If we're going to do that, what I'd like to see at the end of the day is everyone's bring home pay and take home pay and availability for high paying jobs. That's what I'm looking for. I hope that's the outcome at the end of this, is that people get paid more money and there's just more jobs here in America for people.
But that's the issue, right? If you pay people more money to do these jobs, like the labor or the working on these farms, that's going to turn into the cost of those things that they're, doing going up.
Of course. And when people get paid more money, they have more disposable cash to spend on things.
Yeah, but also it's an extra expense now for the businesses. It's an expense that they didn't have, but now your overhead just went up because you're paying people more. You're going to have to offset that difference by passing it on to the consumer at some point, if you want to remain competitive. I know that much, right?
Yeah, sure.
So this defeats the purpose, in my opinion, of all of the stuff you guys have been complaining about.
So let me just say, I'm an old man. I've been around for a long time. I'm a 70s baby, right?
Okay.
So let me just say this: I recognized back when I was in my 20s that the government was basically holding wages down to keep. They wanted cheap labor. They wanted all this cheap labor, holding it down, right? And just kind of like a steam engine. If there's no relief, it'll explode. And we're just 20 years. This is decisions that were made 20 and 30 years ago are just now popping up. See, all of these wages should have been coming up for the last 25 years at a steady rate, and they haven't. We've been keeping them low because we want to keep $7 an hour employees at McDonald's, and we want $10 an hour landscapers.
Yeah.
Right. It should have been coming up this whole time.
Because guess what? That's how people are making their money, right?
Right.
Like the previous guest, he didn't want to say it, but he's benefiting off of cheap labor.
Sure.
That's just the name of the game. I mean, yeah, I go as far as back as to go back. That's how this country was founded.
Possibly. I look at it, the way I look at it is
wouldn't you agree?
As an employer, I want to hire people as I want to pay them. If they have no experience whatsoever and I'm taking a chance on them, I want to pay them as least as they'll agree to. But if it's an employee that I really want to hire because he has a reputation of doing great things, I want to pay him as much as it hurts me to pay him. I want to pay him as much as I possibly can to get him to come work for me.
I don't see it that way. I look at it like you only invest in people that are going to help you make more money, right? So if you were to actually max out paying an employee, my natural mind would be like, well, obviously this person is doing a lot to bring in revenue, so it's not even offsetting your overhead. You know what I mean? That's why you get CEOs.
I've had to be less picky over the years, that's for sure.
Yeah, but if somebody is actually, earning their keep, so to speak, you have no problem paying them what they deserve.
I will pay a man not what he deserves, what he brings to the table. Of course.
Yeah.
If he's making me money, of course I'm going to pay him more money.
Yeah. You're not going to let somebody, for instance, you're working for a business, you're running your business, and you have this employee, and oh my God, because since you got him, profits has gone up 25%. You're not going to just mistreat that person like the person that isn't having the same kind of impact, Yeah. You would do a little more to keep that person closer. And you know what? Here, you need a little extra. Oh, you're trying to leave? Guess what I found? Some extra money. Here you go. You do that kind of stuff. Yeah. I understand that very clear. But, bottom line is this, and I think you're onto it. Donald Trump really isn't good for this economy. If the claim was my pockets are hurting, I can't afford eggs. If that's what your issue was before you went and voted, you have to admit things are going to go up.
Yeah, things are going to go up.
Thank you. Well, listen, PT, I appreciate your honesty. Do you at least regret voting for him now?
I mean, I will once he starts. Here's the thing. I'm giving him a chance. I don't know. He says all this tariff stuff is going to happen. He says he's going to do all this stuff. In my opinion, they do less than 5% of what they say they're going to do. I think we'll be just fine.
Okay, well,
that's historical. They just don't. They all come in and say they're going to do stuff, and then they don't do it.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of hope that you have that he doesn't do. I've never heard a person say, "I hope he doesn't do what he said he was going to do." That's wild in a way, right?
Yeah, I mean,
that's not a good way of saying like yes. That's not on that level.
I'll tell you what I find ironic. I find my wife and I, we visit Mexico a lot. My wife's family lives there.
Okay.
And so we go down there a lot. And I actually lived in Mexico for a few years. And you
brought the inflation up over there. Got it.
Well, yeah, like I wanted to bring my TV from my house. I wanted to take it to my house in Mexico. Mm-hmm. They wanted to charge me a $400 tariff to bring a used television into the country.
So what did you do?
I left it and I bought a TV.
I figured that. I figured you'd do that. See what I mean? So obviously it's not helping you, the customer, the person on the other side of the tariff. You see what I mean now?
Yeah.
And see, this is why I'm trying to help MAGA. And again, those who voted for Trump understand. If you think times were hard under Joe Biden, you have no idea what's in store. You, sir, PT, you sounds like you at least are pretty well to do financially. You'll survive. But a lot of these people, living off of Social Security, they're in for a rude awakening.
No, I agree. I mean, if Trump actually does say he's going to not tax Social Security, I think that'd be a great thing. Not taxing income that's already been taxed.
Well, I get it, but there's going to be a decrease in income coming in if you don't do that somewhere along the line, right? That's you're gonna have to make up the difference somehow. I don't know what he's going to do, but if you do that, you do the mass deportations and you do the tariffs. Man, you know where we're going? Deficit, huge deficit, right?
Well,
but America doesn't care as long as they have Trump in the White House, right?
What's funny is you could do the mass. I like the guy said earlier, the landscaper guy. He said, "Well, if we nobody wants to work." Okay, you know what? I agree. 2013, the Obama administration took the work requirement away from welfare. I would not be surprised if Trump put it back on. And by the way, no president since him has put it back on, right? So if you don't have to work and to collect welfare, of course, people will just sit at home and collect welfare. I agree.
But the only issue I have about that is, I know a lot of businesses get that so-called welfare too. It's not when you make it look like only people use it and not businesses and stuff like that. It just makes it sound very, very bad. Everybody seems to love that free government money. You should, what should we do the same thing for businesses that are on welfare? Hey, there needs to be a requirement that you do this, that, and the other in order to keep getting that welfare. You know what I mean? The real issue here is greed and misinformation. Bottom line, you Trump supporters, you voted for this. All right, case closed. Case closed. Well, listen, PT, it was a great conversation, bro. Me and you, we can talk all day long, I guess, but I have to move it on, all right? And I think there's going to be some folks up here who might have a different opinion about what you've said, all right?
Hey, at least I didn't get the link of fire.
All right. Okay, yeah, you did a great job. I'll give it to you, all right? There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get goodbye to PT, all right? Wow, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I am loving hearing what I'm hearing from our friends on the right. That's the second time. Actually, I think that's the third time today. They say, yes, the price of the eggs are going to go up, right? Right, the eggs are going to go up. Actually, the laundry detergent's going to go up. Your washing machine and your dryers, all right? Your carbs and all these things that you've been getting used to, your utility bills, they're going to go up. But don't worry. Don't worry, MAGA. You won't be woke, but you will. You will be broke. Oh, my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next good friend. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, Takesha. Long time no see. Hi, Takesha. I'm all right. You hearing what's happening on the show today? They're being honest about the economy a little bit.
You know what's funny to me, though, Zeus?
What's that?
The main people that were saying that they were tired of Joe Biden's economy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, it was so expensive. They couldn't afford the eggs. They couldn't buy gas. They couldn't go on trips. They count the pieces of cheese in the refrigerator, before they make a sandwich. All this stuff. They barely making it. We can't even, we got to decide between the light bill and grocery.
Oh, that's what they were saying.
Now, all of a sudden, they know the price is going up a little higher. Now they okay with it. It's okay now, Zeus. What? Make it make sense.
I can't wrap my mind around this.
Make it make sense, Zeus. It's okay now that they going up. See, because that's going to help. You said you for him because he promised he was going to bring all the down. Now that you know they going, you okay with it. These are the most hypocritical people I've ever seen in my life. Because guess what it was never about?
What is that?
It was never about the economy. It
Bingo.
was never about the economy.
Bingo.
It was never about inflation. It was never about the price of eggs. It was always about them wanting that crazy toupee wearing nutcase back in office.
I hate to expose it like that, but you on point. You're on point, Takesha.
That's all it was about, Zeus. It wasn't about what Joe Biden was doing or none of that. It was about them just wanting this nut that represents them back.
Oh, okay. I thought you were speaking on a different type of nut, but okay, I get you, Takesha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, she's right. The economy. It was never about the economy. It was never. Was it about immigration? Do you think it was about that?
It was not. It wasn't even about immigration, Zeus.
Wow.
It wasn't.
Wow.
Let me tell you something, Zeus. Let me tell you something. Zeus. Half of them people that was complaining was going to work smiling in an immigrant face, saying, "I'm glad you're here, buddy." Just stop. Just stop. See, everything will be exposed.
There you go.
And it's coming out, Zeus. It's coming out, Zeus, like a child out the closet to his parents.
Yeah.
It's loud and it's proud and it's showing up.
There
and
you
we're
go.
We're going to see a lot more, Zeus. We're going to see a lot more. Donald Trump cares nothing about America. Donald Trump cares about Donald Trump.
Bingo. And we know this. We know this.
Now listen, we do, but let me tell you what else is fun, and then I'm going to let you go.
Okay, that's fine. Keeping it short and sweet today. Wow.
The first African American that he put on his team is over the projects.
Don't you hate when he does that? Don't you hate when he does that?
Hood. You don't have no qualified black people that can do another job besides be over low income housing? And they keep taking the job. You think I would belittle myself to take a job that makes me the bottom of the barrel just to say I'm in an administration, Zeus?
Nope. I wouldn't do it.
Does it make sense to you?
No.
You had the top surgeon. You had this man as over hood. Well, he could have been the attorney general, but you put him where you put him, Zeus, where you think he should be, and that's at the bottom. Why ain't no white man been over hood?
That's a good question. Any Trump supporters want to answer that question?
Why he didn't pick a white man to be over hood? Why?
That's a good question. Maybe they're too qualified. Maybe they're too qualified.
Why you gotta keep putting black people
over hood? Somebody said.
Hood.
Who is this? Preeti. Is that how you say your name, Preeti? I see you. You think Takesha is lying? All right, because I'd hate to do that. I'd hate to do that.
Bring them up.
I'd hate to say that. I know you don't think Takesha is up here lying.
Bring them up.
Okay, she's gotten real quiet. Okay, she's quiet. If she says anything else, we'll address that. All right, Takesha.
Okay, because you know I will address it.
Yeah. She knows. All right.
Because where's the lie?
Yeah. She didn't like that.
Where's the lie, Zeus?
Yes. Give me a minute. I'm at the doctor's office. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Yeah, I'm at the doctor's office too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, tell the doctor you need to, if you don't mind, tell him you need to step outside real quick and address the real truth. All right, because I don't know, but this might be the last truth you get before you get in trouble. All right. Now, where did she go?
The lie.
Yeah, please. Let's see, where did she go? Okay, she hasn't sent a guest request, but don't worry, Preeti. I don't know how to pronounce the name correctly, but yeah, we would like to get you up here. Sorry, Takesha. Please continue to minister to this law.
Zeus.
She's lost.
She's lost. When she read Zeus, just bring me on back up.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna be waiting like a woman waiting to give birth.
Okay. All righty then.
All right, friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, W Takesha in the chat. No lies detected. No lies detected. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there's an overwhelming amount of truth and knowledge, information flowing out of this live straight into your souls. Because that's what we are about here, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people think, oh, Trump won. Democrats, you need to relax now and let Donald Trump do whatever he wants to this country. We're not going to let Donald Trump do what he wants to our lovely United States of America. We will continue to hold him accountable every step of the way. Wait. Your conversation is irrelevant. Trump has won. Oh, I am. LOL. I didn't say she's lying. I asked what she said because I didn't hear her. Okay, Preeti, I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood. But did you vote for Donald Trump? Your conversation is irrelevant. Trump has won and is your president for 4 years, period. First of all, making gains. Come on up here. I'll help you understand why my conversation is actually probably the most important conversation of your lifetime. Making gains. Come on up here, champ, and help us understand. Let me help you understand a couple of things, all right? All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. Yeah, she did fix that fast. And you want to come up here and defend, Donald Trump, even though if you've been listening to this show, yeah, Spewing Democrats hate speech. All right, come on up here. All right. Who do we have? Oh, Philip. Philip, come on up here, Philip. Welcome to the show. Welcome, Philip Johnson.
Hello. How you doing,
Hi.
Luke?
Hey, welcome. You voted for Donald Trump, huh?
I did.
What part of the country are you in?
I live in Alabama.
Okay, Alabama. Okay.
Let me ask you.
Are you driving now or something?
Well, I'm not right now. I'm actually parked.
Okay.
I work for. I drive a gas truck.
Well, you're Yeah. Why is it so hard to hear you, but I could hear your ringtone very good? What is that about?
I don't know.
What kind of phone is that?
It's a Samsung 23.
But are you on a headset or something?
Yes, I'm on a headset.
The headset is terrible. I don't know how I heard the ringtone louder than I can hear you, bro. Philip, I might have to talk to you next time when you get this situation taken care of, all right? Because it's all in my ears, Philip. All right? Now you come on back, Philip, all right? But fix the phone, all right? Because it is interesting that happened the way that it happened. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we're going to do. You know what? I got to move on. Look at the time. If you're a Trump supporter, please put up one in the chat. Oh, wait. Be honest with you. Joe Biden effed this country up so much. Okay, Michael, come on up here, Michael. That'll get my attention. Come on up here, Michael. Trump won't make it 4 years. Yeah, he's definitely going to get impeached, in my opinion. Yeah. Michael, come on up here and please explain what you mean. W. Rick in the chat. W. Rick in the chat. Michael, I don't know if you've been listening to what all of the other people who came up and voted for Donald Trump has said, but you're in for a rude awakening. You know that, Michael?
Yeah.
Did you hear what those previous guests who voted for Trump said?
Yes, I did.
These are wealthy people telling you, are you wealthy like they are?
I'm retired.
Are you wealthy like they are?
What's wealthy?
You got millions and millions coming in hand over fist because you're running successful businesses.
Nope.
Okay, so you're like a common man out here, one of those forgotten men. Are you over 100,000 a year or so?
Nope.
Okay,
I'm
this
retired,
is where.
I said.
Okay, I mean, some people who are retired have multiple streams of retirement income, maybe some other things they've done. So I'm just trying to probe where you're at. What part of the country are you in?
I'm from New England.
You're not even in. Okay. All right, fair enough. So
no, I'm in New England in America.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I get it. I know what you're saying. I just wanted to make sure I understood what's going on here. You're under 100,000. You're in New England. Mass deportations kick in. Tariffs kick in. An additional $10, maybe even $20,000 are going to hit your bottom.
I have a thing about the terrorists that you don't understand.
Please educate me.
Donald Trump knows that the people are not going to pay those tariffs.
How?
Because he wants them to come into the country and start a business, pay taxes, employ people. That's what he wants. He doesn't want them to pay the tariffs.
That's
he
a
wants
new
them
one.
here to build their businesses in America. That's what he wants.
So
I
what
heard it come
incent-
out of his mouth, and that's what he wants.
So he
You guys
wants
got it all
people.
wrong.
He wants people
He doesn't
from.
want them to pay it.
He wants people from Mexico and Canada to come into the United States of America, right?
No, businesses pay tariffs.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the guy.
Okay,
who was
so
on before talking about his TV.
he
That
wants
stuff
business.
I'm
So
not
he
talking
wants
about.
he wants foreign businesses from Mexico and Canada to come and get established in the United States.
Correct.
How long would that take an average business to do?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Someone put in there that's a 5 to 10 year process.
I don't think so.
You just can't. say, hey, I'm a company in Mexico, and then tomorrow I'm a company in California. It doesn't happen in 20. It doesn't happen in 24 hours.
If a company's making billions of dollars in America, I think they can rent a building.
But that doesn't mean headquarters.
In 6 months and open a business. It depends what business you have.
Right. So how many businesses?
That's
So this is a unique way of doing business. I wanted to just say to you, I'm not even an expert at this, but this sounds crazy. You know this sounds crazy, right? You're going to basically tell businesses in other countries to shut down, to reopen in the United States, as if, first of all the employees that are working in those companies are willing to move to the United States. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make
tariffs. With all those tariffs they pay, they can open up a business in America.
Yeah, but what about the business? What about the business
that taxes or tax revenue?
So
that's what Donald Trump wants. If you don't have people paying taxes,
Okay.
you don't have a tax revenue.
What if I decide I don't want to do what Trump says and I'm a business owner? I'm going to stay working, I'm still going to
pay then you pay the tariff.
Okay,
The
that's
people that can afford the tariff because Joe Biden did not remove any of Donald Trump's tariffs when he became president. They're still in effect. So
Some of
people
them.
are paying tariffs as we speak.
Right.
So
But here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Is that a dog? What's that in the background?
Oh, that's my bird.
Oh.
I have a little parrot.
Okay. Well, you might want
When
to
I get excited, she gets excited.
Got
So
it.
it's all
Got it. That's cute, honestly, I guess. But here's the thing, though. Most businesses probably aren't going to shut down operations over, in Mexico. They're going to just throw the tariff. They're going to pay the tariff, right?
Or they just keep their businesses open in Mexico and open a business in America. I didn't say close their business down in Mexico. They'll just open a sub business in America to ship their goods to and sell them out of their business.
But but it's on imports. So if you're importing anything from one of these countries, there's a tariff on it. It doesn't matter if you're in the United States or not. You're going to pay it.
Not if you make it in America. Donald Trump wants you to make it in America.
So
Jesus.
Yeah, the bird is super loud.
I know.
I guess you know what happens when I talk to people like you and the pets start going crazy? I say you got to start telling the truth. Because your animal is going to tell everybody that you're lying. And I trust the bird, honestly.
Nope.
I trust the bird, but no, don't do that. You're gonna get the parrot activated. You're gonna get the parrot activated again.
No, I left it. No, she gets excited when I get excited. So.
Well, okay. So let's try this again, and we'll see if this is true. I don't know why you're getting excited, except for the fact that you're going to end up spending more money, right?
No, I don't believe that at all.
Oh, well, did you hear?
I'm spending more money now.
Okay, so you just heard
another job.
You heard your fellow Republicans come up here and basically say, yes, Michael, you're going to spend money. Elon has even went on record and said, hey, it's going to hurt for a while. Why are you still out here hoping and praying that Donald Trump, does something miraculous that he's not even talked about? You brought up this bringing companies and having them open up in the United States thing. Donald Trump hasn't even said that. So that means you filled in the gap with your imagination in order to cope with this. That's crazy to me.
That's what happened. That's what happened before. Businesses came back to America, and that's why the economy was doing well.
When? What year was that?
When he was president.
No.
Yes.
No. What happened to Harley Davidson?
I don't know, because their motorcycles are $50,000. That's what happened to Harley Davidson.
So there's some things that just didn't happen that you said happened, correct? What if I were to say this to you, sir, and with all due respect, I think you have to at some point have a plan B. A man without a plan B isn't a man at all. Right?
Yeah, but he's doing many things than just tariffs.
But he's going to do other things. But the tariffs mixed with mass deportations. You've heard everybody get on here, both sides of the aisle, acknowledge if this does pan out, the cost of things are going to go up. Why not prepare for that? The bird's getting. I hear the bird again. So
Yeah,
again,
I just got a little closer to her.
Yeah. Maybe you want to tell the truth. Thank you, Parrot. Thank you, Parrot. All right, because your owner is up here doing things that he shouldn't be doing.
You know, I don't think that's true at all.
Well, I'm saying you got to have a plan B.
The first thing he's going to do is get the fat out of business. He's going to start cutting the fat out of the budget. That's number one, and that's going to save a couple trillion just for doing that.
But sir, I want to get into that.
And that's what happens. You cut the fat.
But what is the fat? You're talking about
it's
Elon?
Not just one thing. It's many things that's going to help our economy. It isn't, tariffs, it's the end of the world. We're all gonna
but here
it's the end of the world. No, because he's doing a lot of different things to help America.
But here's the thing that you and I have to agree on. For you, helping the economy means you're saving money at the grocery store. Correct?
Right. And he's gonna pump oil.
I know all about drill, baby, drill. I know this better than you.
What makes energy?
Makes
energy?
Can I tell you? We have so much liquid gold underneath our feet, right? If we would just tap into that, all right, and drill, baby, drill, and frack, the cost of everything, all these goods would just come tumbling down. All right. And so we're going to do that. We're going to pay off our debt and we're going to lower our taxes. Trust me, I'm an expert at drill, baby, drill. You can't out drill Zeus. All right. But I'm also an expert at things like, are the egg prices expensive or not? All right. Is the gas expensive or not? And what I'm trying to help you understand is if you do the mass deportation, sir, you're going to get rid of a good chunk of our workforce. All right.
So
well, the backfilling of that, or just the fact that those people aren't there, is going to cause issues with supply chain. And this means the cost is going to go up. The tariffs, along with the tariffs, cost goes up for the consumer. You are not in a financial situation, sir, on your limited income to weather such a storm. You need to prepare now because all these government handouts, they're going away. We don't want people on welfare. We don't want people like you on welfare. We don't want people like you getting Social Security under the Trump economy. You get this.
I have to go back to work because I can't afford my bills anymore.
That's what Trump wants you to do.
Fact.
Yeah, that's what Trump wants you to do. He doesn't want you.
No, it's between something I want and something I have to do. I have to. It's something that I want to do it. I have to do it.
You have to get out there.
For 5 years, and now I have to go back to work because my bills are so high.
And guess where Trump wants you to work at after the mass deportations on those farms? Do you want to do some of that backbreaking work?
No, we don't have farms here because
Well, you can catch a flight. There's a lot of land, sir. Don't use that as an excuse to not get
around here anymore.
No, you can get flown to wherever you need to be.
Oh, now they're gonna fly me?
They did it to the migrants. Why not you?
No,
you're eligible to work.
I don't think.
My thing is this: you do understand you might end up on one of these farms.
It's never gonna happen. All I have out here is apple fields.
We'll fly you out. They'll fly you out here to California. You can go to Colorado, any one of these states. There's so much land in this country, sir. Don't limit yourself to just New England. There's so much beautiful land in this country. All we need is people like you, Michael, to get out here and get your hands dirty so that you can actually make an honest living.
The government owns most of it.
No, there's other places that the government doesn't own. What is your issue with getting out here on those farms? I don't get it. See, now I'm getting a little upset, sir.
Because I can do something else.
Like what?
I'm American. I don't have to work in the farms. I can do something else. I can work at a grocery store. I can work at, the dump. I can work at Kmart. I can work other places than the farm. I don't need to go hide in the fields.
No. I wasn't saying. I wasn't asking
taxes. I don't have to do that.
Okay,
I'm American.
but woo.
You're American. We can do other things if we want.
Michael,
We have a
choice. They
don't have a choice.
Michael, I think you're missing a very serious issue in this conversation, and it's kind of getting me upset. People need strawberries, right? Raspberries, avocados, almonds, real produce.
And they're getting shipped in from other parts of the world.
No.
Not coming from here.
Michael,
We
yes.
have seasons in America.
Michael, they're here. Potatoes too, out yet in Idaho. Somebody has to pick that. Where's the bird at?
They have machines to do it now. Where have you been? I'm 20 minutes from Maine. I see the potato machines, digging them up, put them in the machines.
Michael, you sound scared. Somebody hasn't talked to you. Somebody must not have explained this to you. You're going to have to get off your rusty dusty because you said you retired 5 years ago. You are so ungrateful to President Biden. Now you got to get up and actually
tell me what Joe Biden did for me.
I can't.
Tell me what Joe Biden did for me. Tell him for America.
Please
tell me.
No,
you don't.
No, because you don't
Please
trust.
Tell me what wonderful life that Joe Biden gave me. I want to know.
You don't trust Democrats. Like, for instance, Donald Trump lied to you about the dangers of the pandemic. He led an insurrection against the United States government.
That has nothing to do with. I care about my family first.
Yeah, the pandemic doesn't
mean nothing to me.
The
I
pandemic,
don't care about all that stuff.
So that you weren't impacted.
Talking points.
You didn't.
You didn't change the subject. I'm talking about Americans every single day getting up, putting gas in their car, turning the ignition
Well, we're
on,
drilling more.
and driving to work.
We're actually producing more gas under
what I
President.
care
We're producing more gas under President Joe Biden. Thank you, President Joe Biden. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up.
Are greater than the gas we have.
I promise
We're
you.
pumping the same amount. That we
I
pumped
promise
5 years ago.
you.
We have
I
to
promise
pump more
you.
gas every year.
I promise you. You're wrong.
No, I'm right.
No, and again, this is why I say you're in for a rude awakening. I've literally scared you to death on my show. The thought of you living in a Trump economy, you're going to get back in the field and work, and you're terrified.
Do you know what Donald Trump's going to do with all the excess oil? When he pumps it and we get all this oil, do you know what he's going to do with it? He's going to sell it. He's going to pay off our debt with it.
Wow. How much? Yeah. So you drive? How much is your gas right now?
I'm like I told you, I'm not going to work every single day. I have to, I have a couple interviews set up, so I'll be driving pretty soon.
Oh, so you're already getting ready to have a job.
Yeah, I have interviews and everything.
Why do you think you? Why now you've just told on yourself. Why would you be working if your cult leader is about to become president?
I have interviews.
Yeah. Why are you looking for a job? Why are you looking for a job when your cult leader is on his way in the office and he's going to fix the economy?
Because he's not going to pay my electric bill next month.
But he's going to cut it in half.
Joe Biden is still in office.
Wait. He's going to cut it in half.
Yeah, and he said he's going to take him a year to do it. That's what he said. So you don't listen. You guys don't listen to what he said.
No.
You think everything just... Whoop,
well, that's what he said.
It's done.
Yeah, that's what he said.
No, that's not the way it is. You got to listen. He knows it's going to take him a year to do it.
Why is it going to take him a year?
Because he has to pump the oil. He has to get reserves. We don't even have reserves in this country anymore if we go to war.
Oh my God! So you've checked our strategic petroleum reserve. Wow. You know what, Michael?
With our oil prices.
Michael, I'm lost for words. You are still holding out hope that Donald Trump is going to make your life better than what it's ever been. But it's going to take a year. It's going to take a year. Even though your friends have gotten on my show who run businesses have said quite the opposite. Michael, you know what you are.
That's what he said.
Michael, you know.
Take him a year. Look it up. You can find it on some
Michael,
YouTube thing.
So you're not prepared.
Yes, I am. I'm going back to work.
How
That's
many?
how- that's how
Okay, let me.
kid I am.
What kind of jobs are you applying for?
Not good ones.
Like what? Give me an example.
Oh, I have a interview with UPS.
And what will you be doing at UPS? Are you going to be doing working in the warehouse?
No, probably driving a truck.
Oh,
Something
so you
like
want?
that.
So you're going to drive trucks for UPS? How much are they paying a year?
Not much. It's like 43,000. That's
Mm.
it. Stop pay.
What else are you applying for?
I applied for some of my old work I did.
Mm.
But
What kind of work was that?
I was in communications.
Okay, and around 40 grand a year as well.
No, I was making a lot more than that. I
Oh,
was making
okay.
about 90.
90K a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I mean, all I can say is, good luck on that, honestly. But I just want to reemphasize to you that you're in for a rude awakening, bro. If you don't listen to anything that I've said, at least listen to some of the things your fellow Republicans who voted for Trump have said. At the end of the day, the cost of living is going to go up a lot because of your cult leader, Donald Trump, and you're not going to be able to afford a lot. I do hope that you land one of those jobs that you've applied for. But if not, I want you to keep your options open to work on these farms that I was telling you about, because you're not above that. You need to get out of your way and quit acting like you're better than
farm.
you. No. Well, you could learn.
In the farm.
No, you
get those farm things right out of your head.
You think you're above that kind of work?
I'll work at a gas station before I go work in the farm.
What is your issue with a farm? How old are you, if you don't mind?
I'm freaking 61 years old. I'm not going to be working in no
You're
farm.
still young enough to be on a farm, bro.
No.
Your wife would love. You're married. You're married.
Yes.
Could you ask the wife, or maybe the bird instead? Would they have a problem with you being on the farm? And I'm curious to see what they would say, because there's good opportunities for you out there, and you would be giving back to this country in ways you've just never imagined.
My wife would laugh because I don't even want to cut the grass. Never mind be on a farm.
Well, you might have to cut the grass to save your. I got to keep it clean on TikTok, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I hear you.
I think you should at least think about what's about to happen. And let's just go down this path real quick before I move on, because I got to look at the time. Look at the time. Hypothetically, let's just say I'm right. The price of everything does go up. Mass deportations happen. There's just a shortage in the labor force, right? The tariffs kick in, and you're struggling to make ends meet even with a second job. Would you then regret voting for Donald Trump?
No.
That's my part. That's what I thought.
Because
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
You're in a time machine.
That's what I thought. So
you're going backwards. We're going, as you guys say, we're moving forward.
Sir, you know what that means. I got to throw you in the lake of fire. All right, because you just welcome hell. You love this. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Michael, I gotta move it on, ladies and gentlemen. Michael is definitely ultimate MAGA. He doesn't care how Donald Trump screws him over at all, as long as it's Donald Trump doing it, right? That's kind of how it works, Michael. You're a great person, but unfortunately, when you're possessed with the MAGA demon, you're not such a great person. As a matter of fact, you're lazy. You don't even want to work on these farms and get your hands dirty, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
It's the day after Thanksgiving, all right? And I tried to be a little kinder to my fellow Americans, but sometimes you just can't be. And then you see what we have. All right, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? We've reached that point in the show where Zeus must get up out of here, all right? And boy, oh boy, this has been an interesting show, right? You all deserve a round of applause. Thank you. I also want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, to all of my gifters, to my moderators and the panelists, all of you who came up. Thank you for helping to keep this show on the ropes, all right? Keeping it exciting, engaging, and entertaining. Thank you. Bye, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, great show. Yes, Rooster, come on back tomorrow. I'll take good care of you, all right? All of you Trump supporters, come on back. We'll help you out. As a matter of fact, one last round of booze and shame, and you know exactly who this goes out to. This goes out to all of the Zeus haters out there. And these are not just my haters. These are also your haters, all right? And you know exactly what they do. They get out here on TikTok, and they spread lies and misinformation, and they promote that stuff Vladimir Putin promotes, all right? You know what they do. They hate on all of us because they know deep down inside they regretted their vote. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them one round of booze and shame. One last round. Right, Union Gang!
Silence, you MAGA.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe out there in these TikTok streets. Actually, it's Black Friday. Stay safe out wherever you're at, all right? Get those deals, because guess what? It's going to be the last time you get a deal on Black Friday, because once Trump's economy kicks in, you can kiss all of these low prices. You can kiss them goodbye. I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe in these TikTok streets. Oh, my goodness. Oh, there you go. We're out of here. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. Zeus keeps winning. Thank you, Dolphin. Later, Tiffany, for the people. I appreciate all of you. Let's go. Go. Thank you. W Zeus in the chat. We'll connect the dots. Hey. W Gabriel, my sister. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. Yeah, we're still working on it, yeah. Mount Negro! Let's go! Let's know it! Angel! Yeah! You know what we came to do! No Democrats have so much fun. They don't have fun like this anywhere on TikTok. You know what they do? The right stays crying. Let's go, let's go! Let's go, let's go! W heaven! Don't worry, we're going to take care of you. All right, we're going to lower your taxes. Wow, W heaven in the chat. Let's go. Little Miss, thank you so much. Mount Negro. Hey, Trump supporters, guess what? You know what's coming your way. You know what's coming your way, Mary. I love you as well. All right. I got to get up out of here, but you know what we got to do? We got to do some drill, baby. Drill.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're going to frack. Drill, drill.
Baby girl, like a Santa Monica. Wow! too much you did. Wow.
Drill, baby, drill.
Woo!
Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter.
Hey, we gonna drill, baby, drill. Thank you, Cabria. W. Cabria in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, that was amazing. Wow. Thank you.
Insane asylums.
There you go.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter? He must be cognitively in trouble.
Right. Here we go.
You know, they
Go crazy when I say
the late, great
Hannibal.
Drill, 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 baby, drill, then a frack, frack, frack.
Hey, let's go. Deep insane asylum. Woo! All right. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Trippin'. Let me see something real quick, Trippin', what's your issue real quick? Come on up here. You're saying all these nasty things in the chat, Trippin'. Come up here real quick. I got something for you. Don't worry, Trippin'. You want me to take care of you right now, Trippin'? Come on up here. We'll lower your taxes. I'll pay off your debt. All right. Okay, I thought so. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Trippin' straight into the lake of fire because he knew or she knew what was about to come anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this MAGA demon right out of here. All right, let's give him one last round of booze and shame. For you, Trippin'.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Trippin', I hope to see you front and center tomorrow, all right? I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen.